always love on the sections that you're not supposed to jump. You guys somehow always jump. It's like my favorite thing to watch. Literally the one part that you're not supposed to jump, you guys actually jump. I love it. Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome to Subathon Day 342. We did it, chat. We did it for 342. Holy shit. That's a big number, chat. 5 hours left on the timer. How are y'all doing this, man? How are y'all constantly adding all of this time to the timer, bro? Every time it's absolutely crazy. I get to a stream, I go and look at all the throne stuff, right? I'm like, okay, what's going on with throne? I'm like, wait, you guys like bought something or donated something? I'm like, fuck, dude. Y'all are crazy. Yes, 23 days left till we hit a year. We're so close. I just finished my usual playthrough. Now I'm here. What's up, Nav? Good to see you back. How are you? Hello, did you hear the good news? What's the good news? Twitter is down? I did hear about that. Of course, right when I go live, Twitter is down, dude. Yeah, what is the good news? Is the good news that I owe like 1 million wheel spins? Hold on, wait. Yeah, I owe 45 wheel spins today, Chad. No big deal. Wonder what's happening on Twitter today. Well, I guess we'll never know. Maybe if some deer did make bets to chat, this would have been considered. Okay, you know what? No more bets. No more bets. I'm gonna be a dad. I'm getting a 24-pound turkey. Oh my god, congratulations. Also, Flynn moment. Hold on. Man, I hate Flim so much, bro. Flim is my enemy. I promise I won't be as Flimmy when the season stops changing and like, I'm not doing a subathon. I literally just posted something this time. I know, I just went live.
Funky Duckman! You let your down. You thrust your pelvis. You thrust your pelvis. You thrust your pelvis.
Is that weird Duckman having the sex live on stream? What the fuck was that? That's like Rocky Horror Picture Show or something. Like, I know, I'm in some Flimmy. I'm Flimmy again, hold on. But I'd rather clear it now, rather than later. So, 2025, I swear, the Western VTuber community is beginning to show its true colors. What do you mean? Are you talking about Cinder? Like, what do you mean by that? Yeah, Cloudflare, and AWS are having some issues this morning because, of course, they are, bro. They've been having issues for so many fucking days. Like, hey, can they fix their shit? Like, stop shining my bald head. You're like rubbing it with a towel and like fucking like wax. Oh my god, I didn't have the funky Duckman on my streaming card. Okay, who is the funky
Daniel
Duckman?
_IV01 says, man,
okay.
I didn't need Rora's throat surgery.
I know, that's so sad. We're gonna talk about that today. I know, Daniel, it sucks. It sucks. Oh, I'm probably gonna have to get throat surgery after this subathon. Holy shit. I get it though. It's a lot of talking, right?
Chat's absorbing some heavy news about Rora's throat surgery.
It's snowing, Glasgow!
Hopefully, they recover soon.
Yeah.
Stay positive.
Exactly. She'll be back soon.
Boomer.
I mean, she isn't immediately going on hiatus, is she? It's a photo of Raora on a photograph with a photo of a photograph. See Laura bald. I want to see your doctor. I am not dressing up as Dr. Eggman. Didn't I already do that? I'm like 99% sure I already did that one time, Chad. I'm not doing it again. Live you chat out. Apple flavored monster drink. Do you have that? Wait, what flavor is that? It doesn't matter. It's dance party time, chat. Bro, the cat is absolutely wild. The cat is absolutely wild. No. We're not going back to the fucking photograph. I don't want to go back to the photograph. Shut the fuck up about the photograph. She said she's going to bring up the twist, even though she got to. It was kind of a breaking news for me, right? Because I was trying to talk chat, and then you keep feeding me the photograph, and the photo with the photograph, and the photo of 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 the photograph, and no, you did not. Oh my god. Are you fucking me backwards right now?
Chicken nugget dreamland, whoa. It's a chicken nugget fantasy. Chicken nugget dreamland, whoa. If you're into
Thank you for the 50, Waldo.
it's where you wanna be. Chicken nugget dreamland, whoa. Infinite flavors of infinite sauce. Chicken nugget dreamland, whoa. You can get a million-piece box. A chicken nugget has magical power. Put it into your pocket and eat it whenever you want. So delicious and conveniently shaped. Full of nutrition, a rainbow in a
They're not full of nutrition. They're lying to you. They're not full of nutrition, chat.
no sharp edges and no utensils are needed. Don't stop loving on the nuggets, so good that you wanna hug it. Don't
I'm not hugging a chicken nugget. That's weird. Why would I hug a chicken nugget, chat? Why would I hug one? I mean, I'd mouth hug it, but then a mouth hug sounds like something else. Okay, anyway, chicken nuggets.
can get a million-piece box.
Where can I get a million-piece box of fucking chicken nuggets? Sign me the hell up for that. I want a fucking fuck. I swear to God, chat. I swear to God. Thank you for the hot. God damn it! This chicken is protein, but like, I'm not old. You're old. You're old, chat. I'm not old. That apple is so good. Wait, it's a flavor? Oh, you're talking about the monster, right? Oh my god, I want to try that. That actually sounds fucking amazing. Okay, listen to my words, chat. I got words for you today. Are you ready? Oh, you 45 wheel spins from yesterday. That's a lot of fucking wheel spins. Oh my god, I'm awake. Are you awake, chat? Hope you're awake, chat, because I'm fucking awake. I'm so awake right now. I'm the most awake I've ever been. I hope you guys are part of that too. Holy shit. Please, somebody send me the apple-flavored monsters. That sounds good. That sounds so good.
Elara, didn't I get you wire and Pocky
What?
Dino Nuggy pillows last
Oh
year?
yeah, no, I
you
those are
could
downstairs.
totally hug a chicken
Yeah, they're
nugget.
downstairs. No, I want to hug a real chicken nugget, not a fake one. I want to mouth hug a chicken nugget. I said what I said. Yo, Shadow Dragon, thank you for the 5 gifted. Thank you so much. 46 wheel spins. Let's go. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, sweetheart. Thank you for all of your support, guys. It's okay, though. The subathon is going to end today. We're going to have an impromptu 6-hour stream chat. Yeah, mouth hug, you know? Mouth hug? Don't clip that. When your tracking betrays you. My tracking betrayed me, chat. Mouth hug. That's the joke. That's the joke. Alara, you're 50 plus apparently. Yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah, I'm old, guys, you know? I'm ancient at this point in my life. Oh, true. I'm a boomer in the VTuber world. I've been around for 4+ years, dude. I'm fucking ancient. Well, today, chat, we are going to be discussing some very crazy topics. If Twitter decides to actually work again, it does look like it's back up, but we're going to discuss some pretty crazy stuff today, chat, including, yes, I'm going to be talking about this again, more Chachachilla stuff. Yes, Chachachilla is back for even more today, chat, but we're going to discuss that. Yeah, even more about Chachachilla. Also, Adin Ross talking shit about Ironmouse, and Ironmouse actually clapping back this time. It's really great to see her actually, like, you know, not take some shit, you know, and I'm not saying that Ironmouse ever takes shit, but this time I'm really glad to see her clap back, you know. She's amazing, and she does not deserve to get any bullshit. So
times do we have to teach
yeah,
you this lesson,
exactly.
old man?
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, Adin Ross? How many times do we have to teach you? So anyway, I'm really glad to see her clap back a little bit. So we're gonna talk about that. Chibidoki, of course, in hot water with Twitter over absolutely nothing. Huge nothing burger. Twitter being Twitter as always, right? So we are gonna discuss that as well. Lots of corpo news, lots of debuts we missed, or things that happened. Yeah, so a lot to talk about. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, Chachachilla? It's crazy. It's absolutely a crazy situation. So, she continues just to bury herself, you know, dig the hole deeper. So, we will discuss it. And of course, all details that we got today. So, very crazy. But how did you guys enjoy tea time yesterday? Did you have fun? Anybody that you really enjoyed on the show? I loved having SVA Jin too. That was awesome. But yeah, anybody that you were excited to meet yesterday? Oh yeah, no, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's not even an apology. I'm sorry you feel that way. And I hate those apologies. Hantabuba, well, I mean, it wouldn't even matter if I guess or not. You know, so... tea time, not pee time. If it was pee time, then we'd have to have Yomi here. No, it's tea time. You watch parts of tea time on the football game. That's amazing. Pee time, yeah. Let me just call up Yomi. I got you. Thank you, Demon Beef, as well for the dono yesterday. I appreciate that. Everybody gets a toilet. Everybody gets a piss charm. Tea time is after tea time. Yep, that's the after hours. That's what we call it. Chachachilla is. Oh, you're gonna find out. I'm sorry you feel this way. Yeah, that's literally not an apology, dude. And that's exactly what we got from Chachachilla. So I'm not sure you invited most of the PP tubers. Okay, yeah, but I didn't like assemble like the P Vengers, right? I just got a few of them. Why's not a boober? She's a boober, exactly. Oh, speaking of boober, chat, here is our schedule for Thanksgiving week, chat. Hope you're excited. Of course, we have memes tomorrow. We're gonna be making a Thanksgiving food tier list on Tuesday, and whatever I say is 100% the truth. And I am always correct about Thanksgiving food. Wednesday, we're gonna do news. Thursday, we are off, chat. I know, big sad, but everybody deserves to celebrate the holidays, so we're gonna have that day off. The news, then VTuber Smasher Pass. It's gonna be called Gobble or Grovel, and then after that, of course, more news as always. So it's gonna be a great time. It's been a long time since I've done a VTuber Smasher Pass, so I'm very pumped for it. Remember to feed mods on Thanksgiving? No. God, but these nuts got him. That's the only reason I want to do it, so I can make the joke. Yeah, gobble or grovel. Are you gonna nom them up, or are you gonna, you know, get on your knees? You know, are you gonna? Okay, I'm not finishing that sentence. You get what I mean, chat. You get what I mean. Thank you for the hype train this morning, guys. I really appreciate you. That's crazy, man. Level 4 already. We just started. Thank you so much. Yeah, so like here's my thing, Shadow. It's like I don't really ever trust those little banner things. Most of them are not correct, but I mean, even if it was, it's not like it matters, right? It's still a shitty apology, you know. So it's so cold here, -3 degrees Celsius. Holy shit! I know, Yummy. It's gonna be fun. It's been a long time since I've actually done one, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, so I owe you guys 46 wheel spins, so we're gonna do 4 times 10 and 1 times 6, okay? Yeah. Now, I met so many awesome people yesterday. There's a few people I've talked to, but I never actually got to hang out with, so I'll show you, Ivan. It's this Adin Ross being an asshole, like normal, nothing new, nothing new. Yeah, it is in some wine. Okay, well, there it is. All right, what'd you get? Ooh, a 6 times 3 minutes. That's 18 minutes. Nice, Chad. That was pretty good. All right, let me add it. Dang, that was a really, really good wheel spin already. Wow. All right, here we go. Here's your 4 times 10, chat. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that as well, Carl. I'm very shocked by that. I'm very disappointed because I really like Zach a lot, but I don't know why he's blocking people over. It's not like they're harassing him or bothering him or anything like that. So it's really, really disappointing because I really like Zach a lot. What do we get? Not the 10 times milk! Oh no, oh no. I blocks a lot of people because people try to engagement farm off him, but like, that's Twitter, you know? Like, not all the milk! Alright, look, I'm gonna do your other wheel spins and then I'll press the milk button and you can get 10 times milk today. That is actually insane. Hold on, I'm not pressing it yet. I'm not pressing it yet. You're gonna have to wait. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait. No. Nah, see, I like Zach. I always thought he was pretty reputable, so. No, no, no! No, 10 times being boozled! No! Oh, wait, I don't have any. I forgot. Oh, shit, I'm out. Okay, we have to respin. Thank God. I was like, wait a second. I don't think I even have any bean boozled. Okay, I'm out of bean boozled. Sorry, chat. Yeah, you're gonna have to get a respin on that one. Oh my God, that would suck. That would suck. I'm out of beans. I'm out of beans. Yeah, we'll switch it up for an hour each. Oh, that definitely sounds fair, right, chat? Nah, bro. What do you mean rigged? I just don't have any more. All right, 5 minutes. Here you go. I just thought you used them all, chat. That's your problem. You used them all, bro. You used them all. Nah, it's a respin. Nah, chat. It's a respin. Nice try. Buy them. Okay, I will blast them after. I promise. Oh, shit. I thought it was 10 minutes. I was about to lose my mind. 3 minutes. What? 30 minutes. Oh, hell no, dude. $30 minutes? Talk about rigged. Holy shit. All right, here is your final times 10 wheel spin. I'm going to do the thing that I said I wasn't going to do. Are you guys ready? I can't believe I'm doing this shit. Oh my God. All right, here we go, chat. Your milk is now times 10. I feel sorry for my channel point redeem. It's going to fucking explode. Oh, okay, 5 minutes. Okay, I thought that was 30 minutes again. I feel bad for my chat box. That's a... What the fuck? Look at my chat box. Oh my God. Bro, that's wild. That's wild. Oh my God. Yeah, Milkies. Milkies for everybody. Milkies. Yeah, baby. Milkies. Make it rain, milk, chat. We broke the... Oh my God, my chat is literally fucking breaking right now. Oh my God. Oh, like 300-ish of you people.
Your
I
reward,
don't know how many people are here. I don't know.
bonus, chocolate milk.
Bonus? Chocolate milk. I forgot about that. Oh my God. My army is going to be strong. You're going to be able to lift fucking boulders after this, chat. You guys are so strong looking now. That's right. Drink up your milkies. It's good for you and your bones. I can exploit you later for free labor. I would never do that. Exploit my chat for free labor? No, I would never do that. Oh my God, my chat is actually fucking broken. I'm gonna lift the earth. I can punch a boulder. Oh my God, that is actually so funny, bro. Yeah, I don't even know if my bot is gonna be able to take. That is wild as fuck. I love this so much. This is great. Yes, yes. Toonsy Daddy came home with the milk.
Toonsy Daddy
Toonsy
came
doesn't have
home
milk,
with the
bro.
milk.
He wishes he does. Oh, also, really quick announcement. Before we get started with news, guys, we do have a new thing called, as you guys see, it's called Combos. So it's a new way for you to interact. Just a little bit of bits. It makes a little thing pop up in the chat. It's super cool. Yeah, it's super cool. So thank you guys for using it. I do need to manually add those that time, since unfortunately it doesn't work on our timer since it's new. So, but if you can remind me to do that, I would super appreciate it, because I kind of forgot that's a thing now. So I need to put that on my daily things to do. So, but thank you all so much. I really do appreciate that very, very much for all of your support today. As always, you guys are crazy. I'm gonna reset my chat, and hopefully we didn't break it too much. Hey. Okay, I might be a little bit short, but I'm not as short as your face. How about that? Those are completely different than it was before you got it. Yeah, exactly. Like, they completely changed it. So, gotta keep that in mind. Did I finally roll these out? So I'm still in the beta for it. I got in like the second beta wave for it. I did want to try to get in for it at the start, but it was very, very selective. So, but we are technically in beta. We are testing it for Twitch. So maybe they can test more transparency with VTubers in the future. But you know what? We'll start with this, chat. We'll start with this. We'll take what we can fucking get at this point. Shut the fuck up. I know I'm short, but you know what? Your IQ short. How about that? Yeah, your IQ is short. How about that?
Oh, brother!
Yeah. Whoever played that, yeah, exactly. You tell them. Thank you for the bits. I like the combos. It reminds me of TikTok. Yeah, very, very cool. Very, very cool. But yeah, I know people try to like engagement farm off of him, but to be honest, like, I don't know. That's part of Twitter, unfortunately. People are just gonna do that, you know? I feel like you have to just learn to deal with that. To be honest, like, I do really deal with it, but I feel like it's just part of it. I prefer the Paradise Punch Monster flavor. Yeah, so I've never had the apple one. Is that a new one? Because legitimately, I don't even think I've ever even heard of that. Alara, why can't you play nice with chat? Bro, I do play nice with chat. What are you talking about? I'm always nice to chat. Chat, am I not just like really nice to you all the time? I'm always nice to chat. I don't know what you're talking about. Just like I'm about to give you a ton of VTuber news. Everybody do me a favor, type news! And let's hop right into it. I have a lot to discuss. A lot to discuss with you guys. You're crazy, bro. You're crazy. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness gracious. Oh guys, I just got some wow, I wasn't expecting this. I just got some very breaking news. Some very breaking news actually. Oh wow. I was not expecting this. Guys, can you give me just a moment? It's very important, actually, to what we're going to be talking about today. Very, very important, actually. Wow, this is actually really, really big news to add on to the Chachachilla stuff. Yeah, very breaking news, chat. Very breaking news. Yeah, give me just a moment to take a look at this. I apologize. I wouldn't normally stop unless it was something quite serious, but this is actually pretty serious. So let me pull this up here, and I will add this to our Chachachilla stuff. Oh, there's always more. There's always more. Yeah, everything's okay. Everything's okay. But I do want to bring this up. Yeah, it's definitely new, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now. Yeah, sorry to sorry to keep you guys waiting, but definitely very relevant that we discuss this immediately. So this will be part of our Chachachilla coverage. So, how bad is it? It's not good. Not good. Definitely not good. I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I think it actually paints them in even worse light. I didn't even know if that was possible, but yeah, it's all true, chat. Oh, there's always more. There's always more. Yeah, let me read this. All right, chat. Well, breaking news. We got some things that I gotta show you when we get into Chachachilla. So, very, very crazy. If I may say, I wanted to say that I'm mad at Philly for collabing with Kirsch. I mean, you gotta understand, Monster, that like guilty by association isn't the best way to always go. But I mean, I get where you're coming from, right? If you don't like Kirsch, I could see that as well, because it looks like she's supporting maybe some questionable things said, but again, I think by guilt by association, she may not know everything that Kirsch has said or stands for. So just remember that, right? I don't like to put guilt on people just because they collab with somebody else. So yeah, just always kind of keep that in mind. Okay, anyway, guys, so let's move on to news. I'm so sorry. I was not expecting this, but we're going to add this to our Chachachilla stuff. So anyway, let's get into it, everybody. Type news. We're going to talk about some things going on here with debuts, graduations, all that other stuff. And then we'll dive into, of course, what's going on with Chachachilla. So, yeah, definitely some, wasn't expecting this one. So, guys, I gave you my schedule a little bit earlier today. So, remember, we are off for Thanksgiving, okay, chat? So, please enjoy your holiday. And I hope you all have a great Thanksgiving with your family. If I don't see you, until then. So, here we go, guys. So, first up, let's talk about debuts, graduations, all that other crazy stuff. So, first up, a little bit of a celebration. Let's give a big congrats to Zero Eve Z, who actually just achieved Twitch partner as well. So, congratulations to them. Absolutely incredible. I mean, like, they even got, like, Twitch partner, Tinky on YouTube, Kick partner, got a YouTube AdSense account within a month. I mean, they're kicking ass. So, absolutely amazing. So, big congrats to them on that. I've never watched him, so I might have to do that. In other news, guys, unfortunately, a bit of a cancellation here coming from First Stage Production tweeting out, we regret to inform you that we made the difficult decision to cancel the 3D debut of our talent, Nyx Voltaire, which was previously scheduled to take place on November 21st, whatever time PST. Thank you for understanding and your continued support of First Stage Production. So we regret to inform you we made the difficult decision to cancel his 3D debut. Despite our repeated attempts to contact him over the past several days, Nyx has not responded or communicated with FSP staff until today, when he informed us he did not board his flight to Japan and wishes to cancel his 3D debut. Unfortunately, we are unable to proceed with our preparations without him. We had no choice but to cancel the production entirely. There's currently no plan to reschedule Nyx's 3D debut for a later date. However, we will inform you if we have any developments occur. This is pretty crazy, right, chat? Yeah, guys, we'll get to it, okay? And we're not really talking about Kirsch. I'm not here to talk about Kirsch. You guys can do that on a different website or a different place. I'm not here to talk about them. So anyway, Nyx goes on to say a message from Nyx, right? So first things first, I'm okay. Once I'm in a better headspace, I would like to address everything properly. I mean, if you want to discuss it, guys, I have a Discord. We have a news conversation section in there. Please go in there and talk about it. Have your discussion if you want to. This is not the place to do that. Not even a relatively on topic. So first things first, I'm okay. Once I'm in a better headspace, I would like to address everything properly and give you all an explanation to the events that led up to this happening a second time. I didn't even know this happened a first time. Well, for now, I think it's important that I at least let you know I'm fine and everything is going to be all right. Secondly, please don't spread any misinformation, make any assumptions, or point any fingers about anything regarding this announcement. It was worded poorly, I very much agree, but I know FSP will never say anything like this with any ill intent. Nobody is to blame for this but myself. I'm putting this extremely lightly, and this situation is a lot more complicated, but when I'm ready, I would like to share my story with you all, and I hope you'll stick around to listen. I have always been very open with you guys, and I'll always do my best to keep you in the loop, and this situation is no different. No matter how painful it might be, I have requested that the 3D be put on an indefinite hiatus until I can tackle this issue. I need to stop pretending I'm okay when I'm not. I'm letting people down in the process. Sounds quite serious, right, chat? It's going to be a long journey, but I hope that one day you'll see me up on the stage and I can make you all proud. Anyways, that's all I have to say for now. I really am sorry for disappointing you. This tweet might seem a bit rash, but I just needed to say something. I don't know when I'll be back, but just know that I love you, and please be kind to one another. Just as kind as you've been to me. So, and of course, looks like Nick's stepping away. Now, again, this is all kind of conjecture, chat. We don't really know. This is kind of rumors, but apparently, Nick's has mentioned on past streams that they are very, very afraid and have a horrible anxiety around flying. So, that might be why, and explain quite a lot. Again, this is kind of a rumor. We don't know. So, take this with a grain of salt, but I do hope that they are okay. Yeah, at least he informed everybody was happening, unlike before it did. Yeah, that was pretty bad. So, but anyway, this would explain a lot. Wishing Nick's all the best, and hopefully they're able to eventually debut that. So, in other news, guys, coming here from Maeve, it looks like they are ending their donathon. This is a member of Globy.
Hey, Elara.
What's up, Intimidator?
Hope you're doing well today. By the way,
What?
do you what a turkey shouldn't say out loud around Thanksgiving? I'm stuffed.
Bruh. Bruh. Boo this man! Boo this man! That's crazy. That's crazy work, dude.
Brother, this guy
So let's go take a look at what Maeve had to say. Coming here from Globy. So, hey y'all. I'm so sorry, but due to my health concerns and other things that are outside of my control, I'll have to be cutting off the rest of the donathon. I want to stress that I'm really sorry, and also you're fired. You're fired. Rip you, lazy. I want to stress that I'm really sorry. I'm incredibly grateful to everyone for celebrating with me throughout the past 10 days. 1 year is no easy feat without my Sealies. Who knows how far I would have made it through. For anyone who's been waiting for the chance to achieve the goals, I will continue to count any donations until the original intended end date. We'll have to cancel the collapse in streams for them. I've been a lovely last 10 days with everybody. There's still some POVs and a huge surprise awaiting besides, so please keep an eye out. So sorry, and thank you so much again. Feel kisses and ocean wishes. So wishing them all the best. Yeah, that kind of sucks, but sometimes you gotta call it, right? Especially for your health or if something comes up. So very understandable. In other news, let's talk about a hiatus chat. That is Kamo going on to see indefinite hiatus. Hello, combination. This year has been extremely eventful for our community with many ups and downs. Probably took me months to figure out how to phrase this without sounding cheesy, but I love you guys. At the end of January, I'm going to pause all streaming while I finish my active service in the Air Force. So that's definitely a pretty good reason to, take a break, right, chat? Obviously, being an active member in the Air Force, probably need to take a break to finish that up. They do say it isn't a forever goodbye. I pledge to return stronger and more active. So it's been difficult for them mentally and physically. I lost my house, my job, and many people to death, taking a mental toll on me, and I can't stream in that state. So very understandable. Wishing you the best and all of that. Akamo, do what you gotta do. So we'll be waiting. In other news, guys, we do have some graduations coming up. First up here is Akami Sia from React's first generation. Actually graduating at the end of the year for health reasons. So again, I wish them all the best. Sad to see them go. Also, another graduation to talk about is Gravy Gator. Unfortunately, Gravy is graduating as well. They go on to say, I'm making this difficult decision to graduate effective immediately. This isn't a decision I make lightly. I explained some of the reasons why I'm choosing to do this. Firstly, my IRL life situation has come to a head. Anyone who has known me for a while knows this isn't the first time my dad has had to go to the hospital because of a fall. In the past 4 years, this is probably the third time he's had to go to the hospital, then get physical therapy, then come home with a cast and require a lot of extra care, beginning to weigh on me heavily, and it's becoming increasingly obvious to me that I have to watch my dad like a hawk, be very strict with what he is and isn't allowed to do. I can no longer trust him to not put himself in danger of getting hurt. He's in an age where every accident can be his last, so very, very understandable. Gravy, putting your family first, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And I think that's always the best choice. So, wishing you all the best, sweetheart. Wishing your dad the best. That just, it always sucks you have to step away from content creation, but family always comes first. So, we understand. And we wish you the best and your dad the best as well. Just one more graduation to talk about here, chat. Is coming up with Luna. Luna says, in 1 week from today, on Monday, December 1st, your bratty cat girl familiar will be graduating. When I first started streaming 2 years ago, in January 2024, there was no way, what's up crazy, no way I could expect to receive as much kindness and support as I have until today. When I first went live, I was using a $1 bottle free overlays and an old microphone that would stop recording your voice if you moved an inch in the wrong direction. Since then, so much of my life has changed. Not only do I have my very own model and stream assets, which are made possible, frankly, with your support, but I have my precious lawsuit chats. That's you. It's been every hour, every day to show their support for my dreams. So I know this announcement is very sudden, especially because of my 2.0 debut, which has been the works for almost 6 months. But the Bureau of Magic has presented your cat girl with a very special assignment. And I know that our paths may lie with him. I hope you can forgive me, and I hope that someday we'll be able to meet again. So I wish you all the best, Luna, in your future endeavors. Guys, for the OGs, do you remember when I was using a headset? Yeah, my very first streams for a while, I couldn't afford like a regular microphone. I used a headset microphone. I think some of the OGs might remember that. Like, oh my God, I feel that $1 microphone. I've absolutely been there too, so pretty crazy. Another news, we do have a rebrand going down, and that is Phoebe, the Dart Frog rebrand, and that is actually formerly known as Moodeye. If you guys don't know Moodeye, well, they're rebranding now to Phoebe the Frog. So this kind of feels like a graduation. The thing is, I felt attached from Moo as a character for a while. I love her, but everybody wants to milk her, and I just want to be funny on the internet. But if you still want that kind of content, I'm over on Blue Twitch as Moodeye. So looks like they're changing over. Big congrats to them. I can't wait to meet Phoebe the Frog. Very cute. Very, very cute. So wishing them all the best, chat. In other news, kind of a crazy situation here, chat. But this blew me away. I was not expecting this in a million years. So let's talk about a VTuber here for a second. Their name is Sachimiyu. And Sachimiyu retired back in 2021. They were known for illustrating their own live 2D models and doing quick paints, speed paint, stuff like that, right? Very old school VTuber, right, chat? Well, check this out. They actually decided to come back, and there's actually streaming today. They're doing an art stream, so this was very unexpected, chat. I mean, back in the day, 2021, this was a very big VTuber, right? Very well known for their art, so very surprising. This is like I don't know, this is like if Coco came back and was like, hey, guess what, I'm streaming, you know, like everybody be like, what the fuck? So very, very crazy, very, very cool to see. So go and support Shachi if you want to. And they are streaming today. They might be streaming now. Very, very cool. Another news, guys, Zentrea giving us a bit of a teaser with gamer subs. He says this year isn't over. Refuse to lose. Lock in. We're not done yet. November 26th. So, of course, we get this really cool little teaser with gamer subs as well. So, I'm sure we're going to see some cool merch. Everybody get excited. Yeah, she has like over 1 million subscribers. Huge, huge former VTuber. So, yep, the gamer subs logo is right here. Yeah, it's right there. Very, very cool. I'll let you know when we get the announcement for that. coming up in 3 days. So that would actually be right on Wednesday when we do news, so that'll be perfect. In other news, guys, lots of debuts that we actually missed, so let's talk about those. So first up, guys, we have Ashley, Ashlea, I think it's Ashlea. Ashlea just debuted their brand new winter outfit. The big congratulations to them on that. Looks great. Yeah, all the former V Shoujo talents looks like they're partnering with GamerSops, which is super awesome to see, right? Of course, also we have Sierra Luceria from Globy, who just debuted their loungewear outfit as well. Looks really, really great. Maybe it's a PC, I don't know. I have no idea, but big congrats on this. Looks absolutely super duper cute. Very, very nice. It looks so comfy. I would absolutely wear that myself if I could. Also, talking about Miss Debuts chat, let's also take a look here at Inya from Chroma Shift, who just debuted their new Chibi model, and it looks great.
Baby, you already had this for your first.
This is one of Chroma Shift's talents.
I'm trying to top that, you know? I'm trying to top them.
Bro, you can't just put all the Chibi models. Y'all are wrong for that. So very, very nice. Big congrats to Inya. Also talking about Chroma Shift, let's also talk about Chapelle, who just debuted her new outfit as well. And it is so cute. Oh my god, I love the tiger paws. It's so fucking adorable. And his little like head pattern, you know? Bro, I'm never getting a chibi model now because you guys are gonna want to punt me. I've had a chibi model in fucking years. Oh my goodness. So very, very cute. Big congrats to Chapelle on her new model. Also on top of that, guys, let's talk about Chika Fuji, who just debuted their new outfit.
And I know that's
as
a
well.
very bad example, but trust
I
me,
love
when
the
you
flowers
play
on the
3D
horns. They look so
Space
good.
Cadet Pinball, that's... You'll understand.
Bro,
You'll
just because I'm
understand.
5'2" doesn't mean I'm puntable.
And this
Leave
one
me
is
alone.
also just as sad, but not quite as sad as my...
Looks absolutely amazing. Let me see if there's like oh, here's the bottom as well with the roses. Looks awesome. So big congrats to her. You probably already know of her already, chat, but I didn't want to talk about her new outfit. That's a good one. Also, let's take a look here. Teru, who ended up rigging Ember Amani's model here. Holy booba. Holy booba. But here is their, of course, their model looking absolutely fantastic. They definitely cooked on this one. Looks great. Also, Teru ended up doing Jelly's rigging as well, which looks fantastic. Take a look here, chat. Bro, I'm 5'2". I'm short as fuck. I'm tripping out, bro. This is so good. I'm tripping out. I didn't know you did VTuber news. Yeah, I've been doing VTuber news for years, like at least 2 years now. So very, very exciting. I actually started about 2 years ago. Yeah, very close to my anniversary. So very, very cute. Big congrats to, of course, the absolute gamer here, Teru, doing some amazing rigging work as always. In other news, guys, Ariel did go on to debut her 3D model, and of course, this is made by Mari. Looking incredible as always. Mari is always cooking on these 3D models. Looks amazing. So big congrats, of course, Ariel and to Mari on those brand new models. Absolutely awesome. In case you missed it, guys, Tomo just debuted their, I believe their 3.0. A lot of updates, especially with the mouth rigging. Movement looks really good. Definitely a lot in the mouth rigging department. So big congrats to Tomo on that brand new model as well. In other news, guys, Michi Mochibi debuted their brand new witch outfit. I had to get their link because they were live for so long, but they did debut their new outfit, and it looks awesome. It is their witch outfit. Let's take a look.
Boom. Who the
Oh,
hell
that's
just
so
called
cool.
me
I love the big
Gojo?
hands. That's so badass.
What them hand for is to slap you, chat. To slap you. God. Shocked, scary, crying,
Bro,
laughing.
I love this
I don't
model.
think I can cry.
And I love the blind as well. Hell yeah.
We never cry. Do you like body movements like this
Michi,
more? Or
Yeah,
this is
classic
the
short
best,
Michi
most
stream.
gorgeous
Oh, this is a
model.
short stream, 10 hours. That's a fucking mood. So very, very cool. Here's Michi Mochi's brand new model. I get hyped for it. Looks great. Speaking of hype, guys, Victoria Roman just debuted her new model and has finally appeared. I know we've been waiting a long time for her to debut.
No.
Well, she finally did, and she looks amazing, chat.
Look, impressed by this name tag.
Oh, we've been waiting for like 3 months for her to debut. It's great.
Hello, everyone. I'm the boss of me. I'm gonna do whatever I want, Michael. You can't tell me otherwise. What else do we want? Oh, yeah. So, when you got...
If you guys don't remember where she is from, she is actually part of the new idol group with Made Mint and Phoebe as part of Dinsitsu. Yeah, where was he? Dinsitsu. I don't know how to pronounce it. Dinsitsu. Anyway, she is part of that group with the other 2 amazing talents. So, very awesome to see her back. If you don't know Victoria Roman, you guys call me the Queen of Milk. Let's just say that let's just say that Victoria Roman was the original Queen of Milk. If you know, you know. But very, very cool to see her. She is an amazing performer, amazing voice, amazing singer. So she is absolutely perfect for this role here. So as part of this group, definitely going to fit in well. So very, very excited to see. Yeah, they were all supposed to be part of Bishoujo. They're called the Lost Idol Generation. So very, very cool. So big congrats to all of them. Send them some love, chat. And I can't wait to see what projects they are cooking up. vtuber Booba Enjoyer, thank you for being here. What's up? You're in the right place. In other news, guys, one more debut I want to talk about is Vexoria. Vexoria just debuted her brand new Frozen Empress model. And holy shit, chat, it's got some toggles on it that are actually kind of fucking insane. Like, they are really fucking cool. Let me show you all. So, I did take a picture on my own when I went by her stream, but I said, holy mommy, congrats on your debut. Vexoria brought the fucking shoe on the screen. That's amazing. This model looks absolutely incredible. Of course, Vexoria tweeting out about her Frozen Empress model, saying, how's the line go again? Oh yeah, Neil Peasant. Man, this looks so good. I love that. It reminds me of, like, I don't know, like WoW or something. Like, bro, it just looks badass as fuck. I love it. So, love the blue skin. Like, very, very, yeah, wood. Snazzy wood. Yeah, like, she has, like, all kinds of crazy lore. I haven't been able to look at it yet, but she's got the toggle with the feet off, the shoe off, and she also has one with her hands as well. Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. So big congrats to Vexoria on that brand new model. Absolutely incredible. Very, very cool. So guys, do me a favor, pull out those calendars and your notes, because we have some events in debuts to talk about for your calendar. And first up is Pia. Pia is actually doing a special event for Thanksgiving if you want to celebrate your hidden gem, VTuber Oshi, and tell me on why they should be mine. We'll introduce them on stream and send some love their way. So your mission convinced me to shout out, that's my Oshi. So the Diamond in the Rough event goes down November 29th. If you want to, fill it out, you can do that here in her comments as well. Very cool event. I love that idea. That's really awesome. Of course, in other news, guys, Lulu is actually hosting a VTuber metal punk rock concert. So if you are a vocalist, you can actually sign up and participate in that potentially. So I'm glad Riki was in there. I was going to tag her in it. So very, very cool. So if you want to participate, leave a comment in that chat. Also, in light of all the crazy, socks drama that was going on with Chachachilla in the, SMP, well, this is actually really cool because Socks is hosting their own SMP now as well. It's going to be going up for 4 weeks. So this is really, really cool. Big congratulations to them. I think this is the best way you can do with like a an issue, right? Like trying to call it ad free, which you didn't even do anything. And so you'd be like, okay, well, you know what? Remember that event that like caused drama? We're just gonna do our own, which I think is awesome. No disrespect to Lucia, who did an amazing job, but I feel like taking it in stride and just hosting your own really cool event is probably one of the best ways to deal with drama. So I think it's a really great way to address stuff. I can't wait to see what they do. In other news as well, guys, Elio is also hosting auditions for Project Stella. It's a VTuber survival show taking place on December 13th, where aspiring VTubers will get the opportunity to win a one-of-a-kind model. So certainly if you want to check that out, you can sign up for it over there. Very cool. And then finally, the only other event that I wanted to tell you guys about is actually very near and dear to my heart, an upcoming Elden Ring event. So it's an Elden Ring Night Rain tournament hosted by Aisha Ushimaru. Join 5 teams of Souls-like loving VTubers in a race to kill the Night Lord and claim the winning spot on November 28th. Let's take a look here at the trailer. This looks pretty cool. We need a VTuber Total Drama show, like Total Drama Island. That would actually be kind of crazy. That's some pretty cool people on here, right? So this looks good. That's a good tuxedo. Honestly, I'm so busy right now with the subathon. It's really hard for me to just get in there, you know? Yeah, it's harder for me to do collabs because of stuff with the subathon, but still very cool. Go support it, chat. You know we love some Elden Ring around here. So Tori's in it, yeah. Very exciting. The chat, pull out those notebooks and calendars. You better pull them up. Better see the chat. Because we're going to talk about some debuts coming up that you're going to want to know about, so you can go and support. First up is Fang Goop debuting their new 3D outfit special Club Goop Performance VR on November 29th. Time is not announced yet, but looks like a pretty cool 3D event, guys, so get excited for that one. Another news, guys, Soy Milk is also doing their debut coming up as well on the 30th of this month. Take a look. But I can't write or read. Learn to write and read and then come back to stream. That's cool. Soy Milk, the engineer. Yeah, so they're a deer, but they're an engineer. That's cute. The engineer, that's so cute. I love that. What a cool idea, bringing an engineer and deer together. So I'll go give Soy Milk some love, Chad. That looks fun. Another news, guys, I also want to go take a look here. And even more debuts. I got a lot to talk about. That is Leah from Face Connect doing their official 3D debut coming up November 30th at 6 p.m. EST. So it looks like there'll be some special guests and lots of other cool stuff as always. So I get pumped for that one with Leah. Also, in other news, guys, Contil is celebrating her 5-year stream anniversary, November 28th. Really cool. Let's take a look at the trailer. She might be covering the song or something, so that's pretty cool. So big congrats to Cotton. Make sure you show up and support that, chat. Now, Matara was actually supposed to debut yesterday, chat. However, she had some issues, unfortunately, with her official debut. So she's actually going to be debuting today, chat. So if you want to go support her, the Momo Squeezing is moved to today at 12:30 EST. So that is actually going down in about 30 minutes. So be there or be unsqueezed. So super cool. I like this model. It looks really big and like Dark Souls-y. So do we go check it out, chat? Very nice. Followed by a Yap collab with Evil, then a Repo collab with Not Shoujo. Not Be Shoujo. I love that. Very cool. Another news, guys. Apollo has just teased her brand new outfit. Now, no date is attached to this, but I still wanted to show it off because, well, Apollo's been dealing with a lot. This is pretty cool. So, Apollo says, hello, Sundrops. Let's share something nice today. Here's my model. I hope you like the new me. So, this looks incredible. Yeah, this looks really fucking good. Yeah, big W, Sir Apollo. She needs some support right now, especially with what we're going to be talking about. So, February 15th. Okay, gotcha. Thank you so much for that date. Appreciate that, Dragon. Very, very cool. Also, another thing, I know we talked about Michi Mochi earlier. Well, it looks like Mirror Mochi, fellow Mochi, is going to be doing their 3D coming up very, very soon. Absolutely amazing. So can't wait to see this. I'll let you know the exact date, but Mirror Mochi is pretty fucking cool. So December 6th, I hung out with Mochi one time in on 3D, and she has some really cool tracking as well. So I think you guys will really love this. She's very, very awesome. Yeah, so go and support Mochi. December 6th, chat. Very, very cool. Yeah, she's very nice. He has like, oh my god, her voice, it kills me every time, dude. She has like the most sultry voice. Another news, guys. Weepy Miyu is also debuting there. Looks like we have a chibi model coming out December 13th. Let's take a look here at the trailer. That's basically tomorrow. Yeah, it kind of feels that way. Very cool, chat. So we can get excited for that one. I got one on here with the big cutie, Weepy Miyu. I haven't been able to make it to their streams, but I need to sometime. They're very, very cool. Very, very nice person. Another news, guys, we also have Naina, who's debuting their new model on December 6th. Debut announcement at 3 p.m. EST, December 6th. A cold wind is blowing in, an invitation each pretty. Will you accept? Let's take a look. Yeah, I feel like my chibi model would be like that episode of South Park with the girl that like her face is just behind boobs. That would be my chibi model. But this looks great though. Yeah, this looks awesome. Oh, I like this snowflake like an imprint on the cheek. That's badass. Very, very cool. So anyway, write this down, chap. December 6th. Very, very cool. I'm gonna follow them so I don't forget. Oh, okay, I am following. Okay, we're winning, chat. We're winning. In other news, I also want to talk about just 3 more debuts before we hop into our Chachachilla stuff. And here we have, of course, 2.0 coming up for Briar Marb. Let's take a look here at their debut, chat. I know so many cool debuts as always are coming up, right? It's so cool my model froze. Yeah, it was so cold in here, my model froze. But you better make more time in your schedule to watch all these awesome debuts. Of course, chat, we also got to talk about another VTuber here. This is coming from Daily and Fifi, who is also a kaiju VTuber. So let's go take a look here at their debut. Very nice. So it looks like it's coming up in just 3 days. We always love kaiju VTubers. Kaiju VTubers are badass. And then finally, chat, just one more to talk about is the bunny VTuber. Their name is Dinka or Dinsup. Anyway, let's take a look. The Lunar Bunny VTuber debuting here very soon. Yeah, it does look pretty good. Yeah, there are not a lot. I know Nessie pretty well. But I don't know too many of them. Does Chunky count as a kaiju? I mean, she is pretty giant, right? I guess she's just a giantess and not really a kaiju. She's like a dragon, so I guess it doesn't really count. But very cool, chat. All these debuts coming up, so make sure you write them down. I'm gonna get ready for some really cool events coming up very, very soon. Very, very cool, chat. Oh, you want to see my background? Yeah, here's my computer background. I probably need to change that at some point, but I really like the mod, and it looks so good. So, yeah, she's 250 meters. So, alrighty, chat. So, I was gonna hold off on talking about this immediately. However, with the newest breaking news that we got for it, we need to discuss it. So we're gonna be talking about what's been going on, chat, with Chachachilla. So, I want to give you a little bit of a warning, chat. This new news that I got about it, I might legitimately crash out, and I apologize, but I'm not happy. I'm very, very not happy with what I've received. It absolutely has gotten worse, in a very big way. And mostly because it involves me. Yeah, mostly because it involves me. So, I'm not happy to say the least. So, we're gonna take a look at it here. Let me pull this up, really quick. And we'll discuss. So, yeah, no, I'm not happy, Chad. I'm not happy because you'll see. So anyway, let's talk about what's been going on with Chachachilla. Now, last time we checked in, chat, it's been a few days, right? Back on Friday, right? So on Friday we talked about Chachachilla. Basically, they were outed as having 4 past lives. Tried to make some very loose apologies. Yeah, it got a lot worse. Well, chat, it continues to get even worse as we talk about this situation and the recent apology. But let's go take a look at what Apollo had to say here, because I felt like this was pretty crazy, right? So Apollo goes on to say, I know you're watching my tweets. Go ahead, keep sending whoever. Doing whatever you think is correct. Anything to get under our skin. Aren't you tired? I don't know why you care so much. Just still be going after people. Let it go and move on with your life. I agree with that.
Crashing out
I agree
is
with that.
natural and human. Don't be ashamed. I think it's when you do it chronically
Sure,
that
absolutely.
it becomes an
Absolutely.
issue. Anger is only natural and just in some cases.
Absolutely. So, looking here, of course, this person, obviously they're referring to as Chachachilla, right? Bothering Apollo, using alts, etc., right? Well, Chachachilla did decide to finally issue what I'm going to say is, apology, chat. Apology, in quotations.
Brother, this guy
Yeah,
stinks.
So let's go take a look at what I had to say. And I want to hear what your thoughts are about this apology. I wanted to address something important. To everyone who feels hurt by me. Alright, apologies done. The apology ruined. To everyone who feels hurt by me. Oh yeah, okay. Wait, good start to an apology. That's the worst way to start an apology. To everyone who feels hurt by me. Well, I didn't actually hurt you. You just feel hurt by what I did. That's not an apology. That's fundamentally not an apology, dude. Oh my god. To everyone who feels hurt by me, whether it was something I said, did, or failed to understand, I'm genuinely sorry. Hearing so many people come forward with their own stories has made me reflect deeply. Yeah, with no due respect.
With no due respect.
This is the worst apology.
This is
Tuxedo,
the
I'd still give that
worst
to Cinder,
apology
but
of 2025.
this one's pretty bad. I'm genuinely sorry. Hearing so many people come forward with their own stories has made me reflect deeply. Even if I don't agree with every detail or remember things the same way, I know that multiple people are saying that they were hurt, then something I did that caused pain, and I have to own that. So yeah, I don't agree with every detail or remember things the same way. Just because you don't remember or agree with the details doesn't take away from the fact that you still did it. Oh, I disagree with the details. Well, you can't disagree with facts. You know what I mean? They're there. So then something I did that caused pain, I have to own that. I'm human, I'm flawed, I make mistakes. And I'm learning that intent isn't always the same as impact. I don't want to run from this, and I don't want to hide behind excuses. I want to face my shortcomings and work to be better. I'm committed to growing, listening, making sure I don't repeat the same mistakes. I know this won't fix everything overnight, and I don't expect immediate forgiveness, but I do hope I can earn trust back over time by changing, not just saying I will, Thank you to those who are honest with me. Even if it is painful to hear, I'm going to do better. Dude, I gotta be honest with you, Chachachilla, not Cha-Cha, VTuber's mom. I gotta be honest with you. There are things that you can make a mistake from and come back. But the second that you dox somebody, and the second that you do revenge porn, you don't come back from that. I'm sorry. You don't come back from that. You need to step away. There's no, I'm gonna fix it, I'm gonna own it. I'm glad you're owning it, but you need to step away. There's no more follow-up. There's no more, oh, I can do better. Let me have another chance. I'm gonna change. No. This is not a I come back from this situation. This is a you go away situation. There are some things you cannot come back from. And this is one of them, right? This is a situation that can't. You have so many alts that you've used, so many fake accounts, past lives, you've done horrible stuff. I'm glad that you want to own it and become better, and you do need to do that, right? You need to better yourself. I'm not saying that you can't change and become a better person, but that doesn't mean that you need to do that and be in this space as well. They're not mutually exclusive, right? You need to make yourself better, far, far away from us. You know what I mean? Like, please go far, far away. Get help that you need, and do not involve yourself anymore in our community, right? This is not where you need to be at all. So, obviously, chat, this apology did not go over well. I don't really like these scanners. I'll be honest, I'm not really sure that these are very good or even real, but we do have Frubbles who goes on to say this ChatGPT message is wild. So they ran it through ChatGPT. It says 100% AI GPT. Again, I don't really know how much weight these have. Again, I feel like these scanners are not the best, but
Elara,
there you go, right?
problem.
I'm just gonna share
Someone
with you.
like this won't take true accountability and is only sorry she got called out. She's on some fault of BS.
They're 50-50 if you run through multiple. Some will say yes, others will say no. Exactly. So, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, even if it was AI or ChatGPT, I mean, obviously, they're so horrible anyway. Why does it matter? You know, like, they're clearly just not a good person. I wouldn't expect them to actually type up a real message, but I don't feel like these scanners can be trusted. But if anything, it's kind of funny. You know what I mean? So, going on to add to this, guys, Apollo actually ends up adding this as well. Whatever apology you have to say, I will never forgive you, and rightfully so. This wasn't a mistake. This wasn't FLA. This wasn't you learning. This was revenge and sabotage. Absolutely true, Apollo. You had 5 lives, and each one you did learn from. So, chat, let me give you a wee woo here. Let me say that again, chat. The fifth PL has hit the tower. That is right, guys. You had 5 lives, and each one you didn't learn from. Every day we keep finding about more fucking past lives. Oh my god. It just keeps happening, dude. Another one, and another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. It is illegal. It is illegal. So, you have 5 lives, and each one you didn't learn from. Naya Sharice, Bunny Alisu, Ami Wadasagi. Oh yeah, I knew that one girl too, trying to pretend to be nice to me, and switching over to your Bunny account to blame me for your brain damage. On my birthday, Violet Sky VT, and now Chachachilla, another lesson you ever learned from. I kind of remember this name a little bit. Obviously, I know Bunny Alisu because they were like in my DMs. But I do remember this person as well. And now Chachachilla, another lesson you ever learned from. Again, you will do whatever it takes to see people hurt. You get any clout that you think you deserve. You're rotten inside it out. You ruin lives and hurt people. You'll run again just like you always do, a cycle that you can't run from. Have fun being alone. Absolutely crazy. Everybody is Amarillo's Blue, chat. She's Amarillo's Blue. So, I'm really glad Apollo decided to, clap back at this a bit because, again, as I've told you guys, there is evidence that she's done a lot of this horrible stuff. It's just not all public yet. So, Hades goes on to say, I didn't want to, I'll Slayer, we're going to get into that. Trust me, I got you. So, Hades goes on to say, I didn't want to publicly involve myself in this. But there's 0% that you never realized that you were hurting people. And I agree with that, right? And I'm going to show you why I agree with Hades here. Because for her to say, oh, I didn't have any intention and I didn't know, I'm going to disprove that shit right now, chap. Hades is absolutely right. So I'm going to disprove what Chachachilla said, and I'll show you here in a second. Back when I first met you, I thought I had found a friend. And then I learned of all of the heartless, terrible behavior inflicted on Apollo. You then tried to use me to publicly attack Apollo because I was trying to be nice to you before learning everything. But then you knowingly tried to befriend me again off the Minecraft server, knowing I wanted nothing to do with you. And that Mythos wanted nothing to do with you. You tried using a different voice and took advantage of the fact I could recognize you to try and manipulate your way back in with Mythos, assumably to try and hurt Apollo even further. That is not behavior of someone who didn't know better, and it's absolutely disgusts me. Please do not ever utter Apollo's name again after everything you did to her. And please go live a life off the internet because clearly you cannot conduct yourself properly on here without hurting people. Very much agreed. So let's kind of go look at some of the responses to a lot of this stuff, right? So of course, all right, let me get a sip of my tea really quick. Yeah, reminder, this came from her crashing out about a phrase that wasn't even like derogatory in any way that they took offense to, right? So Bex Milk says, I'm so sorry. You're on the receiving end of this garbage. I know how it feels. Skull says, this is valid. People need to be held accountable for their actions. Mistakes can be forgiven, but this seems like intentional malice, and I agree with that. Amos says, good God, how many chances has she had just to be normal? Lydia says, 5 identities, yeesh. Minty says, you love Apollo. So again, Hades puts out her post, and Cha-Cha just has to respond to it, right? She says, that's not the way I was doing it at all. People told me you were making a Minecraft server, and to talk to you about it because I had already bought one. I've not done anything to Apollo since her PL when I attempted unaliving. So let me get this straight. First, you said, I've never done anything to Apollo. Right, chat? In the past messages, I've never done anything to Apollo. But now it's changed. Oh, I've not done anything to Apollo since her PL. I gotta stay in the side, bro. I'm gonna crash out. What's up, VTubing Explained? Oh, VTubing Explained. I actually have something for you. I'm gonna show that nobody has seen. Yeah, this is actually exclusive news. So if you want to use it, you absolutely can. Have my permission. PL is past life. Past life is like your former VTuber identity, right? Because Apollo had like a PL. She was a different VTuber, etc. Right? So anyway, we go from, yeah, I haven't done anything to, oh yeah, well, guess what? I only did this. I only, attempted unaliving, which, do we even know that's true? So, yeah, you haven't done anything. So, why you always lying? So there you go, chat. Here's Cha-Cha's very poor response to this entire thing. But what I want to show you all today, remember, she said that, hey, I'm genuinely sorry. I failed to understand it. Well, chat, let me tell you something. So I know of her past life, Bunny Alissu, right? Bunny Alissu was in my DMs, right? Very parasocial, trying always to get on my tea time. I didn't know this person. Again, they really pressured me a lot to get on my tea time. I didn't know who they were, right? So anyway, okay, what do you do, right? They were in my DMs talking about stuff, right? So did I know Bunny Alissu? Not really. I mean, they were in my DMs, but did I know this person very well? Was I friends with them? Absolutely not. I think they were in my server. That's great. Whoop-de-doo. So let me show you something, chat, that nobody, well, only 1 or 2 people have seen, right? But this was sent to me by an anonymous source, chat. And this was DMs that Bunny Alissu sent to this anonymous source. Yeah, what's up, Minty? Good to see you. So let's take a look here. This is exclusive information that basically no parties have seen. So again, this is, oh no, you're good. This is from an anonymous source, a message that Bunny Alissu had sent to them. Here we go. So again, chat, I want to make it clear. This person was parasocial in my DMs. I can't go pull them because their past life has gone, right? But I do remember them, and I mentioned this to you a few days ago. This was a person that was very pressuring me, very parasocial, right? She wanted to be on Tea Time and kept soliciting me about it, right? So, Funny Lucy says, that's crazy. What timing? No, I'm going to release everything. You shouldn't have threatened me. You shouldn't have supported blank, despite clear evidence. She has been slandering me. I'm posting it all. Unless you can convince me not to. Oh yeah, I'll have Elara cover it too, since I'm friends with her. Let me take a sip of my tea before I crash out. Number one, I was never your friend, so what the fuck you talking about? Number two, you literally are threatening somebody. You are showing intent that you are going to threaten / blackmail them, right? What's up, right? How are you? You're literally, yeah, like it's like borderline extortion. It might actually be extortion, right? But here's the other part. Oh yeah, I have Elara cover it too since I'm friends with her. That is not what my news is for. How dare you? How dare you fucking weaponize me against somebody? That is not what I do. That is not what I stand for, and that is not what my news is for either. I'm not a tool. Please do not. Right now is not a good time. Right now is not a good time. Thank you so much, Riot. I appreciate your raid. Thank you so much. Not a good time, Turquoise. Not a good time. Yeah, not a good time for point redeems, dude. Riot, thank you for the raid. I'm so sorry. You came at a very serious moment. I'm going to acknowledge you in a second, but it's very, very important. How dare you weaponize me? I'm fucking disgusted with this shit. How dare you actually weaponize me? That is not what my news is for. That is not what I would ever do against somebody. How dare you? That is not what I stand for. I am not a tool for you to use against other people. That is not what VTuber news is for. That's not what news for in general. How fucking dare you? I'm not your friend, and how do you send this over to me? I would have absolutely called your ass out then, and I'll call you out for it now. How dare you? Exactly. It paints me in some light lip that I'm just, a mouthpiece for this person to air out their dirty laundry. I never mind if you send me a story because I'm willing to look at stuff, but how dare you use my name? Oh yeah, I have Elara cover it too, since I'm friends with her. You're not my friend, and anybody that acts that way is certainly not my friend. I cover things because they deserve to be covered, to have conversation about stuff, to have conversation about things, not to be used as a weapon against other people to push your own agenda. Unacceptable. I do not care who you are. I don't care under what PL you are under. You are a disgusting person. How dare you, especially take my name, which I've worked so hard to actually cover things in a fair and balanced manner. How dare you use my name like this and use me as a tool to reach whatever agenda you wanted to accomplish. This is actually so fucked up, and I take this so personally because this is not what I stand for on my channel, chat. And I will never stand for that either. Hi, Riot. How are you? I hope you're doing great, sweetheart. I'm so sorry. It just was like, man, you came in at a moment, so I'm so sorry, Raiders. But I have been dragged into this drama here, and I really needed to address it. So, hope you're doing well, Riot. Thank you for the raid. I know that it's not a very good way to treat my Raiders, so I hope you're doing absolutely amazing, guys. Thank you for being here. We are talking about the Chachachilla drama, and this was just sent to me. This is breaking news, exclusive news, and I need to talk about it. So I'm so sorry, Raiders. This is not in the Moochin video. I just got this literally as stream was starting. Literally, I started stream, started news, and I got this. So absolutely crazy. So I do not think there's any doubt in anybody's mind, chat, that Chachachilla is not a good person, right? This is clearly somebody that is being malicious, I'm absolutely going to be posting this on Twitter. You can bet. Yeah, you can bet. Oh, yeah. I've never actually been, I didn't mean to do any of this, right? Like, I didn't know. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Here it is right here. Because it was under this PL, it was a while back, Minty. It wasn't actually today, right? This was just when that screenshot was taken. So, absolutely crazy, chat. Absolutely crazy. I'm just, I'm floored. I'm floored that somebody would use my name like that. And I will not stand for that either. I will not stand for that. If you are going to try to attempt to use me and my coverage as a weapon for your own agenda, number one, you can bet that I will read right through you. And number two, nobody in their right mind better ever treat me that way. That is absolutely deplorable. Why would you treat another person that way? I am not for you to, whatever, you're using me. You're attempting to use me. And this is horrible. I would never do that to anybody else, and I would never expect anybody to do that to me. You always want to send me a news story. I'm more than happy to take a look at it. But this is not just, I'm going to send you a story. This is malicious intent. Yeah, all I'm looked at is a weapon. It's a tool. Absolutely crazy. So, very breaking news, chat. Definitely going to share that with you. So, let's go take a look here because, of course, we know that now Chacha has 5 lives, right? We have Violet Sky VT. Well, Chacha goes on to respond. Yeah, who's that person? I don't know who that person is. Who the fuck is Violet Sky? Of course, Zero goes, just go outside. Well, chat. In the story, great. Give your side of a story to involved in. Fine, but this, yeah, exactly. And I very much take offense to that because I work really hard to deliver the news to you guys in a fair and balanced manner, right? And I try to give you my opinions, of course, but I always try to be fair, and I never, ever tell you guys I'm very against the fact of attacking other people, right? I literally tell you all the time, do not attack, do not bother people, just block them and move on. If you don't like them, I'm here to report. But how do you go from that being my mindset to trying to use my news to achieve your goals, right? I don't stand for that shit, and I will not allow that. Good lord, dude. Hi, Apollo. How are you? So anyway, chat, of course, we have who the fuck is Violet Sky? As you know, Apollo said here's their PL. So, the hell would we ever know it's Violet Sky? Is Violet Sky actually Chachachilla? Well, chat, you know what Chachachilla hasn't done is delete the YouTube for Violet Sky. So, here we go, chat. I want to get your opinion on this. Again, I don't know. I'm not very good at reading things like this the best, I'll be honest. So, how about we listen to Violet Sky VT, and you guys tell me if it sounds like Chachachilla. Okay, here we go.
You know what I hate? I hate how lightly English speakers use the term love. Because love is such a deep and passionate feeling, and you feel it toward those you really have affection and care towards. But they just use it for everyone. And then you think they actually love you. You think that they're your friend or your loved one or whatever. And then they lead your ass because you got too deep with them. You told them too much.
So here is clip number 1, right, chat? So this is, of course, Violet Sky. So let's go take a look here at Chachachilla. Here is a recent clip from October 9th. So take a listen.
Okay, Uwu. Let's go! Is someone there, Uwu? Oh, is someone fighting us, Uwu? What the fuck, Uwu? What the fuck do you think you are, Uwu? What the fuck are you doing, Uwu? Who are you, Uwu? Why are you fighting us, Uwu?
You're secretly not really a...
What do you think, chat? What do you think? I'm gonna be honest. I'm not very good at judging things like this. I mean, it sounds similar, right? It sounds similar to me, but I'm not the best at judging it. So I do want to get your guys' opinion. Yeah, there is a little bit of a subtle difference, right? But you gotta remember this came out a year ago, right? This one came out, this year. So that might explain a little bit, but it does certainly sound very close, very close. So what do you think, chat? Yeah, what do you think? Same voice, and I hate that you play Skyrim. Well, I don't know. Like, this was like from a year ago, right? So I don't really know for sure. Again, I can listen to it. It sounds very similar. I think there's enough where you might be like, oh, I'm not sure, but made no effort at all to change the voice. Yeah, I sound a lot, but enough to raise eyebrows. Yeah, it's same for me, Blue. I'm more like, rather than like, yeah, it's exactly the same, but it's very, very similar. And I think it calls into question, and it's kind of like a loose confirmation,
So Chachachilla needs to find a hobby outside of tubing.
Absolutely.
Actually take the time to see
Yeah,
what
go touch
hobbies
grass.
are
Go get
out
help.
there.
Yeah, go get help.
Reading, drawing, volunteering at a shelter, talking with a loved one, getting an actual job.
Yep.
Many opportunities to keep her young mind busy.
Absolutely. So this is where we land on Chachachilla today, chat. I feel like every time that I wake up, right, to get our news together, I look at this and I'm like, holy shit, dude, it keeps getting worse. And there's very few stories that I feel like just get worse and 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 worse. But this one right here, Apollo, same. I'm very shocked. Very, very shocked that this continues to be a thing. I've covered this, 4 streams now? 5 streams? 5 streams? I mean, like, holy fucking shit, dude. This is just like, I'm just like, what the fuck? Surely no more Chachachilla news after this, right? vtuber can explain to feel bad because you just released a video. Now you have to do another one. Oh my goodness. I never even heard of Chachachilla before your news. I mean, like, I knew of them, but absolutely crazy. So, chat, I will be posting this exclusive stuff on Twitter, right? I will be sharing it from this anonymous source because I want everybody to know there clearly is intention in their hate, right? And obviously trying to weaponize me. I'm not okay with that. So I will be posting that on Twitter to make sure that everybody is informed. And I will remind all of you again, do not attack anybody. Do not bother anybody. If you don't like them, block it and move on. But this is some pretty big information that everybody needs to know about. And I feel like hopefully some of the news outlets will see it as well. And continue to talk about this situation. So, yeah, I mean, like, I never would imagine over a word. Now we've got to this, right, chat? I mean, holy. Right, how are you, Kitty? I'm so sorry. How was your stream, sweetheart? I'm sorry, you caught me in crash out mode, and I don't crash out often, but when you put my name into something and try to weaponize something I'm very passionate about and that I love, that's core to who I am, I take offense to that, I really do. I work so hard on my news, and I'm not saying that to, like, make you feel like a certain way or anything, right, chat? I'm telling you because I genuinely love having conversation with all of you, and I love covering news. And it hurts me very deeply when people try to use what my good intentions are as a weapon. I hate that. I know it's her because my friend was still in her circle and told me, she talked about me in the second video, about how she wanted me to suffer and whatever pain she was feeling for. I hope it's worse for me. You're talking about the one that's on here? This one right here? Oh, you're talking about where she mentioned this right here. Now let's take a listen. Hold on.
I think it's really fucking funny that people will pretend they're your friends. They'll go to your face and they'll be like, we're such close friends. I love you. You're so special to me. But behind your back, they'll talk shit about you. And then when you open up to them, you tell them how you feel. They're not your friend anymore. You tell them that you're suicidal.
Interesting how that lines up with the exact thing that we saw earlier. Yeah, interesting how that lines up with that. Bro, you're literally just trying to gaslight somebody, Cha-Cha. Bro, take accountability. Listen, do you really want to speak with your actions, Cha-Cha? If you're listening to this, I'm sure you are. I'm sure you're listening to this, so here. If you are listening to what I'm saying, Cha-Cha, the best thing you can do right now is speak with your actions. And the best thing you can do is speak with silence. Walk away. Go away. We don't want to hear from you anymore. The best action you can take is speaking with your silence. Don't come back. Leave people alone. Walk away. That is the best thing you can do right now.
Tell them that you're hurting. You know what they do? They leave. They leave because they don't actually care. They never cared for 1 second. They think you're pushover. They think you're not good enough. And they just leave. And you know what? Sure. Good for you. Good for you. But fuck you. Fuck you. You really want to do that? It's fine, I guess. But you're just a piece of shit. You're gonna leave people because they feel bad? I hope you feel what I feel times 1,000 worse. Okay? I hope you feel way worse than I do. Because if I'm feeling this bad, I hope you feel so much worse. I hope you suffer. Because if you're gonna push away,
I hope you suffer. Yeah, you need to get off the internet, homie. You need to go get some help.
people while they're going through the hardest times of their life, you deserve everything bad that's coming to you. And that's just how it is.
How deplorable are you? Like,
I think that if
actually.
you're going to push away people because they're suicidal, or because they're depressed, or because they're cutting themselves, you are a piece of shit. I don't care if you can handle it mentally. Grow the fuck up. Life isn't all rose blossoms and cherries. You gotta learn to cope.
This is actually low-key terrifying. I agree with you.
You gotta learn to deal. Own the fuck up to your actions and realize that you're hurting people.
I have autoplay on.
Because
Yeah. Actually. Yeah, holy irony right there at the end. Yeah, chat. So, this is where we, in the conversation today, well, luckily we watched it, so it is cataloged at least, so it's not like it's just straight gone, but wow. Thoughts chat. Thoughts chat. Yeah, like, you need to understand too that you're in charge of your own mental health, right? Like, I'm sorry that you're going through that, don't get me wrong, but you are responsible for your own mental health, right? And other people can't fix that for you or are required to stay beside you, right? Like, you're weaponizing your mental health against somebody else. That's what it feels like, the intention of this. Am I wrong? Am I reading this wrong, chat? Like, I'm sorry, but I cannot deal with people who are on a live feeling because of what happened to my brother. Sure, absolutely. She needs a touch cast. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she needs help. And the hypocrisy at the end of it is just wild. Oh my god, chat. I knew that we had fallen to the bottom of the barrel, but this might be the dirt underneath. I mean, holy chat. Holy Jesus. I think I'm gonna type up my tweet after stream because I want to make sure I have a clear head. Yeah, like, this is like actually like, you want to take somebody to court? Like, let me just pull this out. Let me pull this out as like the counter. Oh my god. Absolutely insane story, chat. Chacha, if you're hearing this, please, as somebody who's covered your other stories in the past, not your PLs, but of course, like, where you had something happen to you, you need to get help. You need to actually go out, get assistance, see somebody, and get some help. Get off of the internet. You keep burying yourself deeper and 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 deeper. It's insanity. It's honestly insanity how you are making it so much worse for yourself. And how can you look at this screenshot and believe what you said, right? This is clearly malicious. And then in your apology, you say, "Oh, well, I want to address something for everybody that feels hurt." Like, I'm genuinely sorry. I failed to understand. I did or failed to understand. Like, you understood because you're using me as a weapon. It's malicious. You understood your actions, right? I understand you're committed to growing, listening, and making sure you don't repeat the same mistakes. That's great. Love that so much. Do that somewhere else. Do that far, far away. Do that on the opposite side of the internet, whatever that is, in the mountains of fucking the Appalachian Mountains. Go up in there and disconnect and get some help. And whatever the opposite of YouTubing is, probably touching grass. Insanity, chat. She needs to retire from streaming as a whole. Absolutely. There needs to be no more PLs. None of that shit, right? Skull, thank you for the dono.
I'm so sorry to bother you, Elara.
No,
But,
you're good.
My gosh, this vtuber is so bad up to this point. I can't believe that she's going to this low. She's needs help. She needs to stop and retire. Bad. Lastly, Elara, you're nobody's tools. You're sweetheart.
I appreciate that. It ticks me off. It ticks me off because not only does that, slander my name as well, right? But it slanders other newstubers as well. Like, we're just mouthpieces for other people to achieve their agenda, right? And that's never the case. There is no agenda behind me. I do whatever I want. You know what I mean? Like, I report on what news I want, and I cover the things I want, and I say the things I want because I'm an independent content creator. I do what I want to, and I talk about what I want to. But I think that I have a certain set of morals that I always try to stick to. And to see somebody go against everything I stand for really sucks. And to also use your name in that too. But guys, at the end of the day, please just support Apollo. If I can give you a message out of this, don't bother this person or harass them, just block, move on, right? But I do think that the best thing you can do is just don't bother them, support Apollo. If you want to direct it, just direct it towards good things for Apollo. So I think Chachachilla needs to fill out a job application. Yeah, I don't think they can. I think they have like some disabilities, but obviously like that's kind of a separate conversation. But nonetheless, like whatever they have done here is just it's inexcusable. All their past life stuff is horrible, chat. So they continue to say, "Oh, there's no evidence." Yeah, there's plenty of evidence. And actually, even funnier by this, remember they said, "I haven't done anything to Apollo since appeal when I attempted." So first up, you said, "Oh, there's no evidence I did anything." But now you said, "Oh, but now I did do something to Apollo." So, like, which one is it, Crazy. I never did anything. Oh, well, no, actually, I did this one thing, but only that. Only that. Only that one thing, chat. That one thing. Oh, another thing I did. It was only those two things, chat. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's lie after lie after lie after lie. Yeah, the backpedaling is absolutely real. So, very crazy, chat. Give you the big update on all this. Final thoughts before we move on. She does more twists and turns in her story than Colin Game. Oh my god, that's a diabolical comparison. Yo, what's up, history? How are you? Yeah, just support Apollo. Just support Apollo. And one thing I want to kind of like side mention here. Let me go and find this, right? I want to make sure I wasn't crazy when I saw this. Yeah, somebody bought her like a microphone from Throne, right? Somebody bought her microphone, and I'm like, I almost feel bad that she's swindling and bamboozling these people that are buying stuff for her on Throne. I don't want to reveal who the person is because I don't want anybody to go and bother them, right? But like, they're literally getting swindled. They're literally getting bamboozled, And that's just really horrible to see. I think that she needs support, but it's not like she needs a new microphone, right? She needs like professional help. Yeah, I feel bad for them, like she's just gonna move on. Yeah, she's schmuckledorfing. So, anyway, chat. There you go. There's the story. Yeah, she needs help. And again, I'm not the person to diagnose that. That's not my job. I don't know what her issues are. I'm not even going to pretend to know. That's an expert's job, not mine. I'm not going to be evil toaster, but I think that she needs to just get off the internet. All right, see you, VP. Have a good one. I agree. I don't think she'll ever learn. And I think she took any and all donations that she got. I think she took that and put it towards a new model. I think that she is absolutely, I didn't want to believe this at first, but I do believe now she is absolutely going to attempt to rebrand. Whatever she does, whichever way it goes, she will try to rebrand. 100%. 100%. Crazy story, chat. Crazy story. In other news, let's talk about some things going on here in the Corpo VTuber world. Now, I do want to take a quick skip down. I do want to let you guys know about a Google Docky. That's right, Google Docky. Here's a Google Docky that is out right now from the Possessed Ruby that talks about allegedly somebody that committed SH, predatory behavior, neglect, extortion, doxing, death threats, sexism, and racism. And this person was by Princess Starry Blood Moon Drop, Princess Nixie. So you can go and check out the Google Docky. If you want the link, let me know. I'm not covering this one today, chat. I'm just going to let you know it's going on. So, you know, if you want the link for it, let me know when I got you. So, now, chat, I got some bad news. There's no Ninja Sachi news today. No Ninja Sachi news. What will we do? The world is falling apart at the seams. So sad. So sad. Can we get 69 gifted subs? I just can't go on, bro. I can't go on. So let's jump into a little bit of HoloLive news. We'll talk about some other news, and then we'll come on down to indie. We also have to talk about Ironmouse and Adin Ross. That's a pretty big story, so don't go anywhere yet. First up, Cover is actually taking action. We saw some stuff before where Cover Corp was going after some people where they were impersonating their talents. Well, Cover Corp actually said update on measures taken to combat infringements of rights against Cover Corp and affiliated talents. So here we go. Thank you so much for your continued support of Cover Corporation, HoloLive Production, especially our talents. An individual herein referred to as perpetrator who committed acts of rights infringement, including defamation and slander against the company and its affiliated talents, has been identified in a settlement reached. Bada bing. I'm just telling you guys, you do not want to fuck with these corporations and, like, you know, messing with their talents. They will absolutely take it to you in court if they have to. They absolutely will. Pretty crazy. Elara, can you read this to us?
The perpetrator infringed on the reputation rights of Cover Corp, affiliated talents, and copyright, business rights of the company by falsifying images that raise serious concern for the lives and safety of the talents, and spreading untrue rumors about affiliated talents
falsifying
on
images,
social
untrue
media.
rumors. These actions are also recognized by the courts to be infringement of rights, which led to the identification of the individual. After the individual was identified, a settlement was reached upon negotiations that included the following. So here we go, chat. Here's what they decided they had to do. So that the individual is incredibly remorseful and deeply apologizes for posting online in a manner that defamed and was slanderous towards Cover Corp. That the individual must pay the damages, any damages that were incurred as a result of their actions, and that the individual pledges that one will not act in a manner, including defamation and slander, that infringes upon the rights of Cover Corp and its affiliated talents.
That
pretty
the
wild.
individual will pay a penalty if found to be in breach of this settlement.
So if they break it again, they gotta pay a settlement. So currently there are a number of ongoing civil and criminal legal proceedings with regards to infringement of rights cases. So Cover Corp is definitely like, nah, you falsify stuff, you lie about our talents, we're gonna take you to the cleaners, bro. I remember overseas defamation and things like this are Absolutely, very, very different. Any thoughts on the Lucky In group collapse? You know, I don't have that in my news today. I don't think I know anything about that. VTubing explain. You have like a link or something? Currently, oh, sorry, I already read that. We will continue to care for our talents, address defamation and other rights infringement, and provide updates on the results of pursuit of liability cases to ensure that all talents affiliated with all live production and fans alike can engage in activities and enjoy content respectively in a safe and secure environment. So, again, chat, do not take Hololive's name or their talents in vain. If you make up stuff or try to scam people, they will absolutely take it to you. So, in other news, guys, it's time for the weekly hologram. Let's fucking go. We love our holograms. Here we go. This one is called Say It Again. Let's take a watch.
我らエデンの星を滑る者秘密結社フォックスで小金
見なよ俺らの総帥を幸せそうだよ
座りづらいミスとしても使えないなんて本当にクズだね
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that.
全然進んでるだろうがお前の珍妙な兵器の開発が進ん
Yeah,
で
if
る
you want to drop any links in the Discord, I can take a look
この前エ
too.
デンの星のお姉さん全員ゲッチョ逮捕かハーレム計画
The Harem
大き
Collection!
な妄想の開示を計画と言い張るのか
The White Collection!
どうやら完成したようだね
総帥これは一体
Laplace's BDSM.
グイルンのリーダーシップいろはちゃんの戦闘能力そして総帥のその我が輩たちの能
Oh
力を
my
全て
god.
搭載したスーパーアンドロイドだそんなものを秘密裏に量産した暁には一気に世界征服
どんどんお姉さんをさらうぞ
違うだろうか
本当に大丈夫なんですか
人間の星を征服するのは私だ
あれ
典型的なロボット暴走パターン入った
危ない総帥
任せるでござる
君のために目覚め
They're gonna fight the robot. Very average hologram, by the way, Chad. Just fight the robot. Hey, what's up, Scalper? How are you?
何かに反応した
あいつラクチャーのド M 属性もインストールしてたんだ弱点は多頭だよ
明確なデバフで草
恥ずかしがらずに
いや我が輩こっち側じゃないし
無能
失敗作
土下座して謝れ
説得しろ
アジトの資金
みんなくよくよするなみんなの心が一つになったらいつだって何だってできる
総帥
What in the Kingdom Hearts is this, bro?
お願いします
Oh my god, perfect. Perfect, chat, perfect. So, always love the holograms. Cindy, thank you for the follow. What's up? At an event that was narrated by Gold Chip's voice actress, and she mentioned the dark. She did? Oh my god, I gotta see that, Evan. That's amazing. So, always love our holograms. In other news, guys, as he just did here, solo concert. Of course, this was a named departure. It looked absolutely amazing. Take a look here at the pictures from her solo live. Again, this was an IRL event. Look at all these people packed in here, dude. I mean, this looks so cool. It's just crazy to see. Oh, thank you, Cindyus. Which videos are your favorite? Yo, Skyrider, what's up? How are you? Thank you for the raid. Appreciate you. Yeah. What's some of your favorite videos, Cindyus? But anyway, I mean, it's so cool to see all these people come together to watch like a VTuber concert. So, absolutely love it. All of them my favorites. I appreciate that. You're talking about my reacts, right? I love that. So very, very cool. And big congrats, of course, to Aski on that. On top of that, guys, she did debut her brand new, oh, this is Elara. Yeah, Elara, say hi to them. She just disappears. She's like, nah, fuck you. Of course, Aski also did her brand new outfits as well. She had a white and black version. These look absolutely fantastic. So there it is, called the Opera Costume. In other news, guys, Narissa just celebrated her birthday. And I gotta tell you, chap, she released an animation called The Jailbird's Break-In. And
I'm so happy because I'm a gummy bear.
You know, I'm just gonna play this for you, all right, chat? I'm gonna let the animation speak for itself. Yeah, let's just say she brought out the cannons.
Fear not, my friends. Tonight, we infiltrate her bedroom. Follow me. I know a secret passage.
Yeah, this is actually lore accurate jailbirds.
You dare enter my room? But Dad! Don't mess with a girl's sleepover!
You can see why this was quite the animation, chat. This was a literal actual animation that she showed for her birthday. Holy. Oh my goodness. I had to share that with you, chat. I only bring the best news for you guys. You know, only the best. Yeah, I'm like finally a worthy opponent. Oh my god. So there it is, guys. And a Rizzler using her cannons to deal with the jailbirds. Love it. In other news, guys, Noelle's 3D Live is coming up very soon, November 24th. So that's actually tomorrow for 3D Live happening at 2100. So anyway, go check that out. You know, it'll be a good time. In other news, guys, Corone is actually doing a really cool partnership with Honda Racing. You know, it's a special new artwork made for this. It looks absolutely super cool. And she ended up doing a stream where her Corone puppet appeared on the racetrack along with interviews with some of the race teams as well.
前日の様子を見学させていただけることになりました。イエーイ。行きますか。じゃあね、ずっと車の中にいてもしょうがないのでね。眩しい。眩しい眩しい。
I think it's super cool, and I really like this new artwork for the outfit. It looks so good. So I swear all the fucking like HoloLive talents get these really cool collabs with stuff you would never expect, and this is one of them, right? This is so cool, so cool. So again, go check it out, chat. Really cool. In other news, Float Glow is going to be celebrating their first 3D Live, and that's actually going down tomorrow as well. So that is going down at 8 p.m. tomorrow, chat. And they're going to be celebrating. So Float Glow has been absolutely cooking this year. This is their first 3D Live. So go and celebrate with them. Very cool. And in the news, guys, Mori just released a brand new song collaboration. Let's take a quick look. The animation for this is 3D and you know, like IRL. Like, it's so cool. So they absolutely cooked on this. And you might, looking at this model, chat, you might even recognize who the artist is. And guess what, chat? It's actually Mari. You guys know Mari. She just did Ariel's model. You know, like, Mari does so many awesome 3D models. So for her to cook Mori's up was amazing. What a great opportunity for her. So big congratulations to Mari. Actually, that's probably like a fucking dream come true. You know what I mean? Very cool. So big congratulations to them. Also, on top of this, guys, Mori is releasing a new album called Disaster Piece. Somewhere in the distance, Slipknot is screaming. A Disaster Piece is coming out February 6th of next year. So very cool. If you don't know, Slipknot has a song called Disaster Piece. So I immediately made me think of this, but very cool. So get excited for that one. Coming up soon, chat. Another news, HoloLive is having a big collab for ice cream starting tomorrow through the 31st. Sun Scoops will have 3 custom flavors and merchandise featuring Iris Fumoko exclusively for this collab. So take a look here, Fumoko Twins and Iris. You can actually go there. It's in California in Garden Grove off Brookhurst Street. So if you want to go to Sun Scoops and get some HoloLive ice cream, that's actually super cool. Yeah, exactly. Scott Brown was like, holy Slipknot. Yeah, very cool. So anyway, go check that out. If you're in California around there, that'd be really fun. In other news, guys, Kiwawa dropping us something. Do not miss this under any circumstances. An announcement tomorrow, or I'm sorry, today. So I'll let you know what goes on with this chat on Wednesday in case you miss it. Finally, guys, it does look like we did get the final song here from Hiyotoshi their last cover song, along with Baron, Shigiri, and of course Lun Lun Ninja Sanji. So this was their very last cover song. As you know, they already graduated. So it's really, really cool to see them actually back. I like their Lun Lun though. I love Lun Lun. They're like the mascot VTuber of Ninja Sanji. They're very, very cute. So definitely a really cool crossover collab. But yes, this was their final cover that they did for Hololive. So I mean, really big news, chat. We do got to talk about something that literally just happened just a few hours ago, and that is with Raora. Anyway, let's listen to what Raora has to say. He's not graduating, chat, but it is pretty serious. So let's take a listen.
Hello. Raora. Hi, Tatini. Hi, everyone. Hi. Yeah. Okay. So it's this is a bit difficult to talk about.
Yeah, the Italian intensifies.
Sorry about that, Tatini. I kept delaying it because I was afraid. Yeah. Let me be clear though. I'm not. Of course, I'm not graduating or anything. I said that already in my title and on Twitter. I'm not going anywhere. So just to assure you guys, sorry for scaring you. I just wanted to have a serious conversation a little bit, because usually
yeah, she has like a whole like library of merch in her background, dude. It looks great.
But I think today I have to be a little serious. So let me be clear. I'm not going anywhere, just so you know. I love Hololive. It's my.
It's kind of crazy knowing her from her PL, and watching her at her PL, and then now she's here. I mean, it's just like she's had such a great career.
I dream to be in Hololive. I love.
Yeah, I had it on in the background while I was getting ready for stream.
I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, but I just need to talk about something serious.
Yeah, it's a bit serious. It really is.
I've had an issue since I joined Hololive, and even though I've worked really hard to fix it without compromise.
Yo, Happy, what's up? How are you? Everybody say hi to Happy. Hi, cutie. Thank you for the raid. Hope you're doing well, sweetheart. Welcome in. My name is Elara, the Heavy Middle Elf. Today we're doing some vtuber news roller raid video. Thank you for being here, Happy. Appreciate you. Let's go, Happy. How are you, cutie? No, I have not covered it yet. I will get to it. So, what's up, Happy? How was your stream today, cutie? Well, everybody, my name is Lara, the Heavy Middle, and today we are covering some vtuber news. We're actually talking about Raora. She is taking a bit of a break. What we're actually just talking about right now. So, how was your stream, Happy? What'd you do? How's your level 1 run going? Yeah, you kicking ass? That's amazing.
Optimizing my activities here. Yeah, it's been getting worse. Worse.
Yeah, we've been doing a tiny subathon. We're only on day 342. No big deal. Very small subathon. So.
Worse.
Oh, you played a horror game. Which was it?
Joining Hololive was my dream. So.
Yeah, I mean, she's got a great reason though. Hey,
I kept streaming.
Gotta put your health above everything else.
I tried streaming.
Oh my god, actually, Happy, that's cool.
Treatments.
That's amazing. Did you get scared a lot? I cannot play scary games. I lose my mind. Oh, Happy, we need to play Night Rain together, the DLC.
Visiting various clinics and consulting several doctors. So many doctors, hoping I can continue. All of this, even with my problems. I kept doing my best, you know, to play games, to sing, making covers, and, you know, work on my regional despite my medical issue. Because I wanted to show my, you know, I wanted to show my gratitude to you all for the support you give to me.
Yeah, you don't need to feel bad about not knowing who Aiden Ross is. If there's anybody in the world you don't need to know about, it's probably Aiden Ross. But anyway, we will talk about that issue here in just a bit. We're almost there, so I didn't want to cover some corpo news because there's quite a lot going on. So yeah, she's taking a break. But I'll let her tell you why. So I know I feel bad,
and I love being here so much, and I wanted so badly to do my best. Sorry. Yeah, so joining Whole Life is one of the best things that ever happened to me. Ever. It develops very severe trauma to my vocal cords, also known as vocal nodules. Yeah, so to let you guys know what it is, they're like small callus like growths that appear when the vocal cords are overused or irritated for a long time.
Yeah, she's been having this issue for a long time, but sadly now she's had these things appear on her vocal cords, and she's going to be taking time off because she has to do surgery.
And they make it difficult for, the vocal cords to close and vibrate properly, causing hoarseness, pain, and making speaking or singing extremely exhausting. Even though
it basically, like, the best way you can describe it is like it hurts to talk, right? So imagine you're talking, it just hurts. I mean, I can't even imagine, So, and you guys wonder why I take certain days off to take care of my voice, so I keep streams a little shorter, because your voice is your health, Like, it's a big deal as a content creator.
I've been seeing doctors and speech therapists. My condition has continued to get worse over time. And the only way to prevent it from worsening
it's literally
is
your content creation, Without it, you can't really create content. I mean, you could, but it wouldn't be the same.
A long period of recovery where I'm not allowed to speak much. So even if I keep pushing my voice, the nodules can come back.
Yeah, absolutely, Dusky,
and turn into more serious injuries.
I can understand that. Like, a lot of people are very attached to voices, right? So, it's a big deal, right? It really is. I mean, like, if you're like Centreo, like, that's different, right? Like, you could obviously go that route, but I think for a lot of people like to listen to certain voices, right? Like, a lot of people are lurkers, right? Like, I don't know why, but I think some people like to listen to my voice because it's a little kind of like husky, kind of like gravelly a little bit. So I think some people, that kind of scratches an itch for them, right? Like, they like that kind of voice, which I appreciate all of you for that. But yeah, voice is very, very important.
That could permanently change my voice, which is why strict rest after surgery is necessary. I talked to my doctor about other options, but sadly, I will need to take a while,
So guys, she is going to be taking some time off coming up soon, just to rest her voice, kind of get herself back 100%. So I really, really hope that she is okay. Oh yeah, like the guy that already did that, Dusky. Like the guy that already did that. But yeah, I know that she's gonna be healing up. So again, wish her all the best, chat. Hope that she is okay. And we'll be looking forward to her coming back soon. So, but definitely big breaking news here very recently. So let's skip on down to some other corpo news, and then we'll go to our indie news and talk about Ironmouse, because I know a lot of you are here for that story. So unfortunately, guys, it does look like Lou Neal Genius from First Stage Production. Yo, thank you, VTubing Explained. Appreciate ya. Is graduating. They're from the 5th generation. They actually debuted in June this year. They're ending their streaming activities on the 30th of this month and will graduate on the 31st of December. So really sad to see them go. It doesn't seem like things went really well for them considering they graduated so quickly. So I just hope everything is all right for them. On top of that, kind of a weird change, but something I want to talk about here is with Dolphin, who also is part of First Stage production. Kind of a weird change, but yeah, I know, right, Walk? I know. I used to have a V Shoujo section and now it's just gone. But kind of a weird thing. She was originally the last talent out of First Stage production, Japanese division for Gen 3. She actually re-debuted in Gen 5. She's actually going to leave that Gen, that unit, right? On the 21st of December and continue as in the agency as a solo talent. So he's kind of been some bouncing around, but he's only just leaving the unit. Still going to be part of the company just as a solo talent. So kind of interesting. That's not normally something you see with a lot of creators. So it's not a bad thing. It's just very different. So, wish him all the best, right? Pretty cool. Another news, guys. Luminara gives us an update about their application. So we're finally in the last stretch of welcoming the wave of partner talents to Luminara. We're still keeping an eye on the rest of our amazing audition applicants, and we'll be continuing evaluations into 2026. So there's definitely more opportunities to come. We'll be announcing our new Luminara partners this December 2025, plus giving you a sneak peek at all the cool projects we've lined up for 2026. So very exciting. I know they just had another Rivals event yesterday. Think about well. So very cool. Another news, guys, looking here for CarrierCon. This looks like Sox Agency is one of the main title sponsors for the event coming up March 21st through the 22nd. I'm gonna do my best to try to make it to this, or at least maybe Ian makes it to it. But we're gonna try to make it, chat. So very, very cool. So check it out. It's going down. Alrighty, chat. So let's get to a little bit of Corpo. I'm sorry, not Corpo. The opposite of Corpo. VTuber indie news. And I got some things to share with you today. Specifically about Ironmouse. So first up, let's go take a look here at what's going on. I want to talk about this interesting VTuber Kickstarter project. It's actually called The Calling. And basically you can actually support this and they will insert your VTuber model into the actual game itself. So very interesting. I wanted to show it to you just because it's kind of not something you see every day, right? So a lot of people have been part of this, supporting it. Some talents you already know are part of this. It's like an FPS, or not FPS, maybe it's a shooter, as you can see. So yeah, kind of cool. But maybe you'll find me shooting people in a game one day, but I think it's cool. So if you want to check it out, you don't have to reach your goal, but you can get yourself inserted into it. In other news, guys, it does look like PP just made another funny model for Sunny Explosion as part of her rig show. Looking great as always. I love the neck. PP always does such fun stuff with these models. So amazing. I love in my model, she made the like Giga Booba, and now it's just like a thing for everybody. It's so funny. So big congrats to Sunny and PP. We always love to see it. In other news, guys, Amo just released a really cool tech, which is called Lyricist, your one-stop shop for all live musical production lyric display needs. It includes Spotify and local MP3 file support, automatic time lyric grabbing, creation of custom time lyrics, lyrics only or lyrics plus, basic environment overlays, and reactive smart word emphasis and particles. Let me shoot it in effect, but it's really fucking cool, chat. Yeah, I think very, very cool plugin. So if you do music stuff, this is like a must-have. Or even if you did like a music video, you could use this as like a great way to have your stuff auto-titled, right? You don't even have to get anybody to pay to program it. You can just use this once, record it with a green screen, and throw it over your music video. I mean, that's actually amazing. So very, very cool functionality. I might even use this in the future for my own covers. This is really awesome. So don't miss out on it. Yeah, don't miss out on it. In other news, guys, Radia actually is announcing she's going full time. Unfortunately, a little bit of bad news kind of surrounding it, but let's read it. So Radioactive says, I never thought this day would come. Admittedly, I wish it was under happier circumstances. Truly wish this was a celebratory moment as I entered the dream many fellow creators aspire to, but it is not. My heart is heavy from writing this, and while I loathe to add more bad news to already bad year, I found it necessary to tell you all. As of this morning, I was caught up in the 10,000 person layoff wave that happened. My position as a decorated engineer and lead revenue generator was not enough to provide me safety. And so they did ultimately lose their job. So they are going to be going full-time now to support themselves. In over a decade of employment, I've never been fired, laid off until now, nor had a work gap longer than 4 months. Content for me is not a point where I can be full-time. Never has been in the history of as a creator. The generosity of my community is immense, but the reality of healthcare costs for chronic illnesses that degrade my bodily function for each year is very grim. Regardless of the current situation, in the interim, I will be pouring all my excess energy, not spent on job seeking, into content. So what's up, Sleepy? Davy Jones, again, try to give her some love and support, guys. Definitely a rough time. And we already know all the Adora stuff we read earlier this year. She's had a really, really rough year. So please show her some support. I'm asking you as a personal favor, please show her some support. She's a great creator. So another news, guys, it looks like we have a new con up on deck. Oshi Uplink is in Canada, the land of Canada. Finally happening. We're excited to announce Oshi Uplink, the first ever East Coast VTuber convention coming to Toronto, Canada. Join us May 2nd through the 3rd, 2026 at the Sheraton Toronto Airport Hotel and Conference Center for a weekend dedicated to VTubers, creators, and the passionate communities that support them. So I think, no, I have an X team. I think this is more, this is really cool because we have also another East Coast one coming up that is on key. So very, very cool. Yeah, very, very cool. Oh, awesome, awesome. Of course, in other news, guys, we did get an official announcement from Offguy. Offguy actually letting us know when they were going to be having Gen 5. And then it's July 24th through the 26th at San Jose Convention Center. So if you're interested in already booking your dates, you got plenty of time. So very, very cool. Very, very cool. The land of Pocky and Lydia, exactly. Isn't Ibiko from Canada as well? Either way, very cool. The chat, I do want to talk about for a second Ironmouse. We got a few things to chat with about her because unfortunately, Ironmouse was drawn into some drama. And you know Mousy. Mousy's such an awesome person. People are always hateful towards her and she never deserves it. So, but I do want to talk about the Mouse and Monkey VTuber Cup, which just happened between Team Amelie, Dokibird, Doobie, and Shoto. To hear all the amazing VTubers that took part in this event. And of course, to nobody's surprise, you probably know who won that. That is right. Team Dokibird taking the W in the Monkey Mouse event. And of course, she goes on to say thank you to all these other teams who were part of that. But ultimately, they went 5-1. So big congratulations to them. Very, very cool. So why are we going to be talking about Ironmouse? Well, I do want to discuss with you all a second here about Adin Ross. So, as you guys know, Sea-Dog and Ironmouse were recently nominated with the Best Stream Duo, which is awesome, right? Stream Duo is an amazing award to be part of. Sea-Dog and Ironmouse are an amazing duo as well. I can think of too many people that would qualify to be put under that, right? Well, as always, Adin Ross has something to say about it, so let's listen to what he says.
How are they a duo? No disrespect, I've never... How could Ironmouse and Sea-Dog even be sit together, brother? It's a robot. It's a
Get poisoned. Poisoned by our constituents. Did you put it in? I couldn't feel it.
Yeah, I put it in.
Okay.
This guy, bro, listen. He's probably flirting. He's probably flirting with a man, bro. Yo, we don't even know if Ironmouse is a man or not. I'm not even joking, bro. Los and Wad is a father and son, a wholesome father and son friendship, bro. That's just my take, bro. How are they a duo?
Absolutely shit take, as always, from Adin Ross here. I expect no less. First you say she's a robot, then you're like, oh, she's a man. I mean, dude, like, honestly, like, why does it matter so much to you? You're just jealous that you didn't get nominated because you're not doing anything worthwhile for people to want to show up to your streams. And yes, people show up to your streams, but it's clearly from a place of hate, right? So let's go take a look here because Ironmouse was not having any of that shit. And good for her. I'm so glad she actually had something to say here. So Ironmouse saying, I'm either a bot or a man. Let me pull out a quote from one of my faves. Maybe I do have a penis. Would it be so terrible? My community doesn't care. And neither do I. You get him, Mousy. You get him. You get him, Mousy. Like, bro, why are you so concerned about what their relationship? Why are you so concerned about who they are? Why does it matter so much to you, dude? You're literally just mad. You're literally just jealous. And I'm glad that Mousy clapped back at you, dude. I mean, if you don't have anything, like, even worthwhile to say, just don't even say it, bro. Like, I'm still blown away by how you have so much support being so hateful. Like, it's crazy. It's actually crazy. Yeah.
He crying, cause he lonely.
Yeah, it's sad to see, but I'm really glad that, like, Mousy is like, I'm not standing for that. I got things to say. Good for her, man. Good for her. So, yeah, big W for Mouse, exactly. Is his compliment that there's a VTuber and IRL streamer? I don't know if he thinks it's a compliment. I literally don't know what he thinks at all. It makes no sense to me, so. But anyway, chat, want to let you know what was going on with this. Mousy and, of course, Ian Ross. So, in other news, guys, let's go take a look here at some other indie VTuber news. And some other issues going down. Now, I did want to show you something cool just to kind of break things up a little bit. If you haven't seen this, this is called VTune FM. And this is actually a radio dedicated to VTubers. They broadcast on 105.5 every Sunday at 2 a.m. EST. And you can listen to VTuber music, originals, covers, stuff like that. So I thought this was kind of cool. I want to let you know about it. Yeah, we got like a dedicated VTuber radio station, so I thought I would share that with you. I think that's pretty nice. Of course, in other news, guys, Saba, I can't believe I'm talking about her in the indie section. Saba giving us a bit of an update here going on to say, yo ho, sorry for the very late notice, but streams and activities will be spotty from me for a little while, so deal with some health-related issues, but as soon as I feel well and able, I will pop in. Thank you as always for your patience. So, wishing Saba all the best, guys. In other news, pretty cool VTuber setup here. Crossing Point actually making a setup that acts like a fake operating system and lets them jump between chatting and gaming seamlessly. I think this is actually a really cool setup. Check it out. Yeah, that's really fucking cool. Yeah, using those OBS Move. OBS Move is a great plugin, so very sleek. Yeah, very sleek. So I always like to show off some cool stuff like this. Very, very nice. However, chat, now we gotta get into, well, we gotta get into the actual drama. So here we go, guys. Unfortunately, does anybody remember? I'm gonna stretch a second. Does anybody remember us talking about Hero Factory? If you've been here for a while, it was very early this year. We talked about Hero Factory. Does everybody remember Hero Factory? TLDR on Hero Factory. The owner of Hero Factory basically was like, I'm going to sue all of my talents and go after them because they wanted out of their contracts. And they broke it cleanly. They broke their contracts cleanly. The owner, the CEO of Hero Factory was not very happy about it. And was like, I'm going to sue you, all this other stuff, came up with all these bullshit reasons, etc., etc. Well, here we go, guys. Because unfortunately, Hero Factory is still not got the message. So Pod, who was a former part of Hero Factory, says, so the agency I left almost a year ago, Hero Factory is still using my IP on their website as a listed talent. River, who is the CEO of Hero Factory, right, has now responded to my cease and desist emails from both myself and my lawyer. and he's continuing to misrepresent his agency and myself doing so. Please remove me from your website, River. Our contract is well past expired and you have no right to my IP. Absolutely crazy this continues. Of course, on top of that, we have another former talent adding in. I'm also still listed on his site as well, despite no longer being affiliated. For transparency, I've not taken the actions Podge has taken, but I want to share this regardless. Podge and everybody should have been removed a long time ago. Yeah, well, again, Podge has tried to contact them, according to her. He's tried to cease and desist, but this person is just not taking any action. So why am I following them? I must have been following them for news updates, but yeah, literally, I'm just like still. We're all just like still. Oh my goodness. So, wishing you all the best on your journey on this one, Podge. But yeah, it seems like you're gonna have to put a little bit more pressure legally, which sucks, and I know it costs money, but this person is not the best person, chat. If you're here for the original talks, TLDR, River is just not the best person. So, in other news, Chibidoki getting into a bit of hot water with Twitter over absolutely nothing. Of course, Chibidoki tweeting out, Happy Men's Day! And as you know, I also tweeted out Happy Men's Day. Her saying I'm buying my dad flowers today. Very sweet, very wholesome. However, chat, unfortunately, Chibi had to follow up on Twitter because a bunch of people were being big, meanie, poo-poo heads to her. And Chibi responds, some people have been getting mad at me for tweets, and I'm genuinely sorry if I offended anyone. I just want to appreciate my dad and male friends who mean a lot to me. This isn't a jab at anyone or anything, I really promise. I just want to say something nice. So it's like the quinceañera thing all over again. Like, oh, you're celebrating men, so, well, you're just a horrible person. You know, like, it's crazy. Like, how would you have an issue with this? She's celebrating men and her dad. Like, what? It's crazy. It's crazy. So I'm really glad that out of all the people in the world, Chibidoki is so sweet and wholesome and great that nobody could look at Chibi and be like, nah, you definitely were malicious in this. Absolutely not. But it's just such a nothing burger. Again, how are you going to get offended by that, you know? Really, really sad. So, as always, give Chibi some love. In other news, guys, I do want to talk about how Twitch is recently affecting VTubers chat. Let's go take a look here with Techie. Techie says, you want to see the effects of this new Twitch viewer account stuff? In a sponsor tab on the platform, there's the offer that a company made to me back in October that I couldn't fulfill due to being away for TwitchCon. The second offer is from the same company 1 month later. So here is the one that she had before, and here's the one that she had after, chat. And that is because of the viewership issues on Twitch. She goes on to say, this is for the exact same sponsor. Offer and your pay is most likely determined by your CCV, which it is normally, which is why I don't normally take sponsorships that are auto-generated without thought or care. It's just insane to me how low the offer dropped in only 1 month. I would be speechless too. I'd be speechless too. I'm just sick and tired of being screwed by a platform I've been on for almost 10 years, and all I get is being, in return, is being gaslit and told by my community members that lurks are real viewers, which is crazy, right? So how does this tie into everything? Well, obviously Techie's having issues, their sponsorships are going down, PCV plays a part into that, but I'm very shocked here, but we actually have to talk negatively about Zach, and I feel like I use Zach so much for so many things in my IRL news, right? But I feel like Zach's kind of taking an L on this one. So, Zach really siding a lot with Twitch on this particular part, and kind of responding to it in turn in a really negative way. So let's take a look here with what Shizu said. I followed Zach for Twitch updates, but when I said he couldn't just dismiss everyone as hysterical over issue we're all dealing with, he shot back with a screenshot of my dropping viewership, blamed me, claimed it wasn't Twitch's fault, and then blocked me. Thanks, I appreciate it. Yeah, ever since I installed the new RAM, I think we're good, but I appreciate it. So, Shizu commenting, I'm a senior talk about Twitch for a long time, so I'm honestly surprised at how off your take is on this. The drop in viewership isn't just panic or fear. It's a real issue where people aren't being counted. Of course, Zach says, well, if you're going to come at me with that heat, show me your 3-year viewership chart where your viewership is being radically undercounted so that it follows no trend line at all. And again, you can see the kind of the jumps, the downward and stuff. I'm like, I'm very surprised he would say this and it also blocked them over it, right? So I'm like, maybe he was just having a bad day, right? We all have a bad day, that's fine. But chat, this isn't an isolated incident. Boo the Rat actually has this explanation for lurkers not being counted by Twitch. Doesn't make any sense to me, so I asked Zach to explain. I got blocked instantly. Still worth questioning though. I'm posting it here since he doesn't want you to see. I suspect when he means by an engaged lurker is someone who listens, watches passively. As a lurker is AFK and not actually paying attention to stream itself. Again, I don't understand the difference, right? They're still lurkers. It wouldn't matter as far as code goes, right? But they're technically lurkers, but the difference is in the margins. And Boo says, mind explain those margins? Please do tell me how Twitch differentiates between a passive listener and someone who's AFK, which I agree with. Well, of course, Zach ends up blocking over this. So, like, I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I thought, I really like Zach. I thought he was a trustworthy person, you know? Like, this is somebody that I look to for updates. So, I'm just disappointed. Like, maybe he was just having, like, a bad day, but this is not the way to be, you know? This is not the way to be. So, no, we didn't lose all trust. Come on. That's too much of a jump, but I think it's not a good look. You know what I mean? I think it's not a good look. So, he should have just, yeah, it's just disappointing, exactly. So, let her bring it up because, I mean, I will continue to show Zach off from time to time, but it's not like it lost all trust in the world, right? It's just like, it's very disappointing. Yeah, and I don't think you just had a bad day, especially since it's not isolated. It's something bigger than that, so we'll see. So anyway, wanted to bring it to your attention, chat. In other news, let's talk for a second about something that's been going around like crazy, coming from, hey, I'm a VTuber, by the way, so of course, posting pictures of her gorgeous self, and of course, this person here, quote, retweeting, whatever happened to the days of VTubers not doing this shit, referring to posting a picture, right? The only thing you used to know about a VTuber is their model and their voice. Yeah, right, Maple?
I usually have streams on while playing games or doing coursework. Sometimes I chime in. Others I've gone entire streams without a single comment. That doesn't mean I'm not listening and enjoying.
Yeah, I mean, like, Walk, you gotta understand, though, there are good people, like, people with goodwill asking a question, so just blocking everybody isn't the way to go, right? So anyway, yeah, she claims to be a B, but isn't a B canceller. So, whatever happened to the days of VTubers, not doing this shit. The only thing you used to know about a VTuber is their model and their voice. Now every skank, hoe, and slut possible comes into VTubing because they know it's popular and just thought post day in and day out. It's garbage. Like, do I even need to say anything about this? You do realize that some of us value anonymity? Like, wow, to call everybody a skank, a hoe, a slut, like, are you fucking serious, dude? Yeah, here, I got a sound file for you. Here you go.
Brother, this guy stinks!
Absolutely. Like, what the fuck is this, dude? Toledo going on to say, it never really amazes me that despite VTubing being primarily led by women and female creators, some fans out there just absolutely hate perceiving women. It's so true. It's like, how dare you be a real person? Like, dude, some of us want to be anonymous. Some of us want to be an anime woman. Like, what's wrong with that? Like, I just don't understand the whole thought process of how dare you show your IRL face. Like, some people do both. Like, I think like Ebiko's a good example, or Vex. They show both IRL and their model, right? Like, why do you have to exclusively be one or the other? Like, VTubing is a medium to create content. Why can't we use it that way? Absolutely crazy, chap. I saw this going around so much, I'm like, I can't believe we have to talk about this again. I cannot believe we have to talk about this again. It's been real how many people have been upset over this. Yeah, I think it is, genuinely. I think people are actually upset about this, which is wild to me. Crazy chat. So wanted to bring it up to you. This was a little bit of stuff going around. I had a little bit of drama with Twitter. I mean, when is there not drama on Twitter, right? But I think it's afraid of women. You might be. So let's continue chat because I got two more big things that I'm going to talk about with you today. And first up is an alleged model tracer coming here from Celestial. Tweeting up, I will no longer be working with supporting Rinasuka's studio due to tracing models. Please read. So let's take a look, guys. Again, this is alleged. We got to dive into it a little bit.
Even if that person is a sex worker,
why
you
does it
can't
matter?
control people at the end of the day. You can't dictate
Just let people
how
be who they
people
wanna be.
act when they interact with the culture.
Yeah, let people be who they want to be. So, there we go. Cutting ties with Arena Studio. Reason tracing a money shakedown. Hi, everyone. I want to make this document to highlight the issues I had with Arena Studio and why I cannot recommend their work to fellow VTubers. I wish no hate towards them. Please do not witch on them. I learned of Arena in June of 2025 when I entered a contest they were doing. The contest was as followed. VTuber model giveaway. Okay, cool. Custom model. VTuber model art. With the prize being a full VTuber model, there were no terms and conditions besides what was posted in the image above. By June 30th, Rainy announced that I had won the model. Nice. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Well, bozos being mad tubers show their face. Bozos who save tubers are all men. And some are the bozos. So just a normal day on Twitter then.
Yep. Literally. So here we go, guys. Looks like Celeste won. And here we go, tracing. I was provided 2 model references and an outfit rough reference to Rena. I gave her my green steampunk-inspired look. By Rena, please note similar names, but not the same person artist. Okay, so there's 2 different, there's Rena. Oh, so there's 2 different, okay, I got it. So there's Rena, and then there's Rena Suka. So keep that in mind, chat. Very similar names. Below you can see the model steampunk and unfinished Greek 1-1 at 20%, 50%, and 75% opacity. While not every element is exact 1-to-1, it really appears that some of it was traced completely, including head, arms, hair, waist, etc. But some elements completely her own, like hands and new clothes. So okay, the money shakedown. In September, Rena approached me about the commercial rights to the model. She informed me as per her terms and conditions, I cannot commercially use the model for streaming activities without purchasing the rights. Oh, something. Oh, no, wait a second. See, you can't say, oh, I'm going to do an art giveaway for custom VTuber model and be like, oh, yeah, but you got to pay me to use it. Nah, you got to be straight up about that. Nah, I see the problem. Yeah, that's yeah, that's a little dirty. You can. That's kind of crazy, actually. What a my bad. My bad. So here we go. Arena said that if I was making money off of Twitch, I needed commercial rights. I was extremely taken aback by this and let her know I was blindsided. I'd asked her why the rights weren't addressed when the project was started to mention in the giveaway post, which that would be my expectation as well. I would expect you at least mention that in the giveaway post, right? Or at least hey, before I make this model for you, you gotta pay for these rights or something like that. Otherwise, I'm not gonna do it. She informed me it'd be 100 USD for the rights. I reviewed her agent shortly after, realizing her prices for models started at $150. I told her I would think about the commercial rights once the model was done, but for now I'd hold on to it for personal use only and not stream with it. Still need the rigging anyway, which was an additional cost. So I do want to say that they said art. They did say art giveaways, so I don't think the rigging was ever included. So, and that's fine, right? Want to make that clear, that distinction, right? During this time, I started to notice the tracing. I compared it to the reference. I noticed things lining up. She waived the commercial fee and said the model would continue without me paying for the commercial rights. After that, I never heard from her and was ghosted. Interesting. Wait, so I can't stream it? Here we go. Raffle is intended for personal use. If you'd like to use it as part of your content creator activities, like streaming or monetized work, there would be a small additional fee to upgrade it for commercial use. Hey, it's just bad communication on their part, right? But you feel like you're getting bamboozled. I really appreciate your understanding, and I want to make sure you're fully comfortable using the model. That okay with you? Wait, so I can't stream with it, says Celeste. How much would the fee be? Reina Studio says there'll be a small upgrade fee of $100, just so you'll have full rights to use the model comfortably for your content creation. Celeste says I feel a little blindsided. I went in June, and the fee is now only being brought up at the end of September. Yeah, Chad, do you find this to be like a little? I guess the right word is dirty. Like, do you find this to be wrong? Yes or no? Yeah, let me know. I'll bring up the poll for y'all. You know, of course, they go on to say, Arena Studio says, I'm really sorry this feels like a burden. That's my mistake for not letting you know from the very start. May I ask, are you a Twitch affiliate? If yes, I'll kindly ask you to consider the commercial use fee. But if you're not receiving any compensation from donations on Twitch, then I gladly waive requirements for you. If you'd like to pay the commercial use fee in partial payments, I'd be more than happy to help you with that. I'll think about it. I'm sorry if I confused you. I'll take back my previous question. I'll still go ahead and finish your model. Thank you so much for responding to me. So the model will be completely completed, or are you waiting for the payment before completion? No, you don't have to pay the commercial use. I'll complete the model right away. So, and of course, they send this. Hi, you dear. I'm sending the revision-based color results. It's okay with you. After finding out about the tracing, I never intend to use the model as anything more than a reference to have a properly commissioned model created using ideas and details that were ignored in my strategies. I would never want to use a model for streaming. I knew that was traced as they're completely in favor of my steampunk model mother. Sure. The reason I'm addressing this is so she does have a few other clients in her queue. I hate to see their models get traced too. So I'll be honest, guys. I'm not the best at seeing the trace stuff. It kind of looks, I mean, it looks very similar, right? When you see the kind of the opaque kind of layered over, there's not really much of a difference. So I can certainly see the concern, but for me, more of the concern is like, why are you asking for money after you did this giveaway? Like, you need to be more clear in the giveaway terms and conditions, right? So, I mean, I don't know if it seems like a shakedown. Maybe that's too strong of a word, but I do think that, you know, having to pay money for something that's a giveaway is kind of, that ain't right. So, I see where you're coming from there, Celeste. Absolutely. So, very, very crazy situation, chat. In other news, let's take a look here at another person tuning out. I can't stay silent anymore. What happened during my vtuber rigging commission should never happen to anyone else. This is Milk V Team from Irium talking about their experience with Chachachilla and their experience with them. So I don't think my TTS is working, so I will do my best to read this out the best I can. So my experience working with Chachachilla. I want to make it clear this document is not meant to encourage hate, harassment, or any targeted actions towards them, their association, or anyone who has conducted business with them in the past. My sole purpose in sharing this is to transparently document my personal experience and to raise awareness about the issues I and many other clients have faced. The information shared reflects my own perspective and documentation of the events as they occurred, and include accounts from other clients to highlight that this was not an isolated incident and give further context. Yeah, you know, it's weird. It does work, but not the reading voice. It doesn't work. For privacy purposes, the identities of other clients will be redacted. I do not wish for anyone to be harassed or harmed. The document is meant to shed light on practices that have affected multiple individuals and to prevent others from going through similar experiences. Summary, the document details my negative experience commissioning a live-to-do full-body VTuber model from the artist Chachachilla during November 2024 to February 2025. All right, so again, November, December, January, February, 4 months. The commission totaling $985 suffered from severe quality issues and ultimately required additional expenses due to its necessary repairs to be streaming ready. That sucks. This seems like a big quality issue. I wonder how bad this quality issue is. I guess we'll see. Early in the process, the artist required a $100 payment outside of VGen, violating both VGen's TOS and their own due to a personal finance issue where their PayPal account was in the negatives. Yeah, that's a little questionable. I'm not gonna lie to you, chat. The finalized model was delivered on February 9th, about a month after their January start date. An incomplete and rushed state, which include clipping, physics errors, angle errors, and missing features and toggles. Oh god, that's really bad. Yeah, the revision process was lengthy and exhausting, and frequently introduced new rigging issues in the model, leading me to accept a model that was failed to meet the standards outlined in my project, specifications, document, and the rigging artist portfolio. While I later paid $500 for the source files, and an additional $800 to another rigging artist for rigging fixes. Oh, hell no, chat. Oh, hell no. Hell no. $500 for the source files when you already fucked it up? Oh, hell no. But a later review from another artist, a rigging artist confirming major structural flaws that require repairs upwards of $300. My experience is not an isolated incident, as similar experiences from other clients describe brushwork, technical problems, and a lack of accountability, cementing a pattern of inconsistent quality and unprofessional conduct. Although I value, protect, and support all artists, I can no longer stay silent about my experience. It's taken a severe toll on my mental health and streaming motivation. Of course it would, leading to severe streaming burnout. Every time I use the model, I'm reminded of this negative experience, particularly the fact I've spent nearly $1,600, almost twice as much as they started for their budget, right, chat? Trying to fix a model that would or should have never been delivered in that condition. I share this not as a disgruntled client, but as another client who genuinely feels their time, money, and trust were exploited and taken advantage of. Holy shit. Here we go. So, background and contracts on November 11th, 2024. I reached out to Tiger on VGen about seeing a showcase for the popular Orange Tiger model that went viral in the VTuber community. And the following links his previous portfolio work shows no scuff, incorrect clipping, incorrect model layers, or weird face angle perspectives. His work is professional, concise, and clean. These projects demonstrate he is capable of producing quality rigging work for his VTuber clients. He says that is attentive and not rushed. Let's go take a look. Yeah, I want to take a look at these links. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Yeah, I think they're selling this model. Yeah, I remember this. Okay, cool. So, I think you guys can clearly see, it's a solid model, right? Yeah, it's a solid model. What's up, Pachi? How are you? Thank you for rate, cutie. What's up? Yeah, you can see this is a very just, well put together model, right? So, nothing new here. So, how was your stream, Pachi? So with that in mind, I asked him what the cost breakdown would be for my model, which I did the model art for. So they provided the model art, and the rigger was the one that was rigging it, obviously. So, and here are all the expenses with the toggles, etc. Right? These costs will be paid as a 50% payment up front, and 50% once 70% of the model was rigged. We agreed to conduct business and communicate through X and send over my PSD files to be split. So this is a big point because the poster, right, the person that's dealing with this milk actually is the artist. So it's not like they couldn't just adjust something really quick. Should there be a problem, right? So on November 26th, I asked him if there was anything else I need to do for him to start this project. Yes, this is a Google Doc. He mentioned this as a PayPal account. His PayPal account was in the negatives and asked if I could pay an amount of 100 outside of VGen to help clear his negative balance. This should have been my first red flag, but fearing it would cause conflict in our business agreement, I agreed to send the money. Looking back, I realized that a client should never be responsible for the financial state of an artist's bank account. Absolutely. Nor should the artist violate their own financial TOS in terms of how payments are separated. Yeah. Have you taken a look at the files? Is there anything I need to do on my end? Yes, the files are great. One thing, can we do payments split to 3 times? The first time's going to be 100 because I need $100 for PayPal right now. I have a negative payment in PayPal. Of course, they say, send me over the PayPal link and we can get that done. We do payment through VGen. And they said, no, I will give you PayPal. I'll receive my PayPal does not look good. I can't make payments to VGen. But yeah, they were far too trusting on that. That's a huge red flag. What's up, Dragon? I'm doing good. How are you? Further to, maybe we can do it through VGen, right? That way it's safer. My phone is charging right now. I'll still be in like 5 minutes. Sure, at that point, my PayPal will be back. Okie dokie, paid. So, we really did work with them big time. So on December 10th, I was asked to make the second payment of 40% for the upfront cost. which I submitted via VGen orders. And the order included a thorough and organized project specification document to ensure I clearly communicated my needs as a client and to proactively avoid any issues during the rigging process. Okay, awesome. Sounds very professional, right? Milk sounds very professional. This document was essential to the transparency of the project as it outlined my rigging needs exactly, and it was submitted on December 11th, well before rigging started. So here, of course, is their specifications and questions, toggles, features, air options. So as you can see, chat, this looks very detailed, talking about how they want things to look, controller hands, rabbit hands, references for 3D angles from a 3D model, good about the makeup. I mean, very detailed, right? This will be a rigger's dream because they have stuff to utilize that's very helpful, right? References are very, very nice to have. So here you go, and this is everything they checked on VGen, right? Yeah, the more you communicate to your rigger, the better. So here we go. Later on, January 7th, 2025, Chachachilla began working on my model with updates once every week or two. At this time, things are going smoothly. He would communicate and ask me my preference on changes or revisions. I would send progress videos of his rigging work. Awesome, that's very normal. At the time the model was still in its early works, I understand a bit of scuff during the progress was normal. I let him continue his work. However, once he sent videos of the mouth rigging, I began to get worried about how the model may turn out. So I sent a layer of correction for the teeth and a reference of another person's mouth and how I wanted my mouth rigging to be. On January 22nd, sorry, I'm trying not to burp in the microphone. I'm so sorry. On January 22nd, I sent a small update on hair transparency, and on January 29th, I was sent some updates on the rigging for the head angles, which looked a bit off, but I had talked to some rigging artists, and they said a scuff is part of the process, so let them continue. It is. So here's their communication, just talking about it. As we were watching the vid with the mouth, the other day, I noticed the bottom teeth look a bit different than the ones from the file I initially sent in, and it seems a little off compared to the original design. We just had to make it match better. Oh yeah, I'll fix the bottom teeth. I got the update, sending that. Here it is. Hi, how's it going? Hi, update head angles, so showing that. Okay, cool. On February 4th, he asked me for the final payment, but it was such a fast turnaround that I asked him what he still needed to be done. I responded he needed to do physics and animations next, and it finished the body rigging. I then asked if he'd be able to do some revisions because I noticed that the rigging looked odd, and I wanted more comprehensive video showing the model state. That's very smart of you. He then said he would only do 3 revisions after the file turned in, so to be safe, I plan to create a comprehensive revision document during the process, looking at this situation to save me from so much worse. So, asking for the payment, they did 70%. I mean, if you haven't done like a lot of physics and stuff, I don't really feel like that's 70% personally, but that's just me. So, after 100% completion, are you still able to do revisions? Or should I mention new revisions needed right now? Yes, after finishing the files, I will fix 3 times for you, or you can mention it right now. I'm going to ask if you can make a longer video that shows everything done so far for the 70%, so I can look at everything, and if everything feels a bit weird or needs fixing, I can go ahead and make notes. Very smart. I recommend if you get a model chat, you do this exact same thing. That's so cute, I thought. So I like how it sways the hips. Will the skirt have more physics as well? I'm not sure how your artist put the files for the skirt. Yeah, the body doesn't have physics at the moment. I will update you for the physics version in 1 to 2 days. So, in the previous screenshots, Chachachilla himself admits that the model is stiff and is in a bit of a scuffed state. It seems he understood that at certain angles, the model looked off with warped features. Since he was open to feedback, I was willing to be a bit more specific and patient about what looked off. And so I went ahead and paid the remaining balance of VGen so we can continue with the project. We then went back. Yo, what's up, Buster? How are you? We then went back and forth on some minor issues like replacing one of the textures to look better for rigging and adding more layers to some of the hand-arm art. Even say that 5 times fast. Hand-arm art. Even when I had paid additional costs for separating and fixing the artwork whenever necessary. This wasn't the biggest issue because as an artist, I could fill that role and easily create any additional layers for the model at a moment's notice. Exactly. So I think that's awesome. I was willing to work with him for the project to succeed. Furthermore, to help him with the issues of head angles, I even appended head angle references that we saw in their document from my former 3D model to the end of my specifications document to keep track of what I wanted him to change, specifically the head angles looking odd, the hair flatness, the facial features looking weird, so I could serve as a reference for the future placement and the head angles. This is a great person to work with, chat, especially if you're a rigger. This is awesome. We love this. From my research, I learned that providing head angle references can better help guide rigging artists, and it was common for artists to include them in their model reference files. He then provides some update asking me if the cheek puff of the model was okay, but there were no updates on fixing the head angles or the angle of the head items like hair and accessories. At this point, I continued to think that he's in the process of fixing anything scuffed. We then go back and forth on fixing the previously mentioned hands and arms. Later, it'll become evident that he likely didn't even view any of the items on my specification document, as he forgot to include some of these items in the final delivery. I note that I included that document from the beginning of my submission, what we did see. So here's the head angles here. Says, check, okay, do you want it to be puffier? That cheek looks good, thank you. Then on February 9th, with no prior major updates, Chachachilla let me know you have finished my model and turned in my files through X instead of VGym. That's a little weird. Oh my god, sorry about the hand toggles update. I'd seen it. I got it saved on one layer. Should be okay now. Should be an email now. Thank you. All looks great. Thank you. Here's your model files. She is finished. That's weird. Yeah, that's absolutely weird. Using Ironmouse and Adin Ross name, but you still only have 3 interviewers. Leech off someone else. You fatty. Imagine being so. Your first message is that, bro. Imagine being so sad. You have to come into my chat and type that. Is that really all you got? Dude, come on. Somebody's called me a lot worse than that. You can do better. Come on. Yeah, come on. At least throw a slur in there or something. I mean, come on. You can do better than that. Jeez Louise. Anyway, so, thank you so much, Chachachilla. I will check the model file out. If there are any issues, get back to you, but otherwise, I'm excited, to see her with a heart. So, yeah, not even trying. Like, God, if you're gonna be hateful, like, do a better job about it. Good Lord. Imagine being judged. Imagine being judged for talking about something and having a conversation like everybody else does. Yeah, like, you're not, am I not allowed to have a conversation like everybody else does? Like, nah, my mods are letting me make content and then they're gonna ban them. It's okay. Weight check. What? Why are you so concerned about my weight? The only thing you need to know is my titties are fat and my ass is thick. Thanks for being here, bro. Have a great day. Oh my god. I looked at the files in the most respectful way. There are a lot of issues with the model that I would like to get fixed. A lot of stuff went unnoticed or miscommunicated. But I think there are too many issues with it for it to be considered a finished project. Absolutely. Yeah, who cares? Yeah, mods like to let me play with my food before they throw them in the incinerator, so. Oh my god. Imagine making a statement like that too. Not looking at the free fucking IRL pictures that I posted. But hey, yeah, you do you. Kinro knows. Anyway, so they were saying like, yeah, you know, this isn't really something that is finished. I ask you to be patient, careful with some of these issues. I want to be happy with the model. I put a lot of work in the artwork. I know you also put a lot of work into the rigging. The model's very beautiful and lively, and I appreciate working with you, but would like to finish the project properly. I made an additional Google Doc listing all the issues, so wouldn't make the original so long. So, yeah, their game was weak. Come on, you can do better than that. Sorry for the issues. I'll fix right away. The model's being entirely done. This days of the last communication was unexpected and caught me off guard. As many content creators know, rigging can take up to 3 or 4 months for rigs in the 1K pricing range. However, I expected the final product would maintain the same professionalism. But I just realized, hold on, wait, I just realized something. Isn't this like one of the main arguments people do about VTubers? They're like, oh, you're a guy, or you're a skank, or you're like fat. Like, oh my god, they literally are this person. They're literally the exact same type of person. Wow. That's so crazy. We talked about this earlier, and somebody comes in here and proves their point. That's crazy, dude. That's actually crazy. Continuing. I'm so sorry. So sorry about that. person. I really send you good wishes. I hope that you can. You're probably still watching. Oh no, yeah, no, I think you can still watch even though you're banned on my stream. I really wish you the best. You know, hope you improve your life. Yeah, change the way you're thinking. So, anyway, the model being entirely done just days after communication. Blah blah blah. As many content creators know, rigging can take up to 3 or 4 months for rigs in the 1K pricing range. However, I expected the final product would maintain the same professionalism as his previous work. I think you can toggle it on or off. I don't remember what mine is set to, so I know you can, or I don't remember what I have mine set to. So I figured the scuff appearance, particularly with the head angles and distorted facial features, would be addressed by him, and that there wouldn't be any major errors or visual inconsistencies in the model. When testing the models in VTS, I immediately realized that the final product was far from acceptable. The model had numerous issues, including clipping, player problems, scuff physics, malfunctions, toggles, features missing or broken, and odd-angle distortions. It became clear to me that it wasn't a finished project, despite being presented as such. Some rigging artists I spoke to even described the work as sloppy because of the amount of issues the model had. That sucks. I felt incredibly upset and sick to my stomach that the artist considered the acceptable to turn in, especially since it was an acceptable project to finalize. And since his other clients received higher quality work, I did my best to communicate my concerns in a polite way and express I could not accept the model in its current state. Instead of rushing to close the project, we agreed to begin the lengthy process of revising the model to address these issues before it could be considered truly finished. I decided to go forward with creating the aforementioned revision document to ensure that none of the model issues were overlooked. I'm going to say this, Milk, if you ever watch this VOD, you were so professional and very helpful, especially you outlined stuff very well, you gave references. I would love to, I don't know how to do art, but if I did, I would love to work with you because it's very clear and concise, and I love that. So we apologized and it agreed to begin the process of revising the model to address these issues before it could be considered truly finished. At this point, I was still willing to work with them, so that I could have a product I was happy with, just not complacent. That's just the document provided to them, which outlines all the issues that arose after the first final submission. In the following pages, I will isolate only the problems present in the initial submission to accurately reflect the work that was intended for the final product. So let's go take a look here very quickly. So collarbone doesn't show. A collarbone shadow does not follow body. Visible mesh from the eye. Okay, gotcha. Overlapping shadow here. I mean, do they have pages of stuff here? Missing tail wag. I mean, there's a lot. Glasses have a weird line. All right, there, yeah. Neck and collarbone shadow is not the PSD file I have. So there's like stuff even missing from their PSD file. Arm for collar. Oh, arm for controller is under sleeve. Oh, jeez. You can just see, chat. It's pretty scuffed. There's a lot of stuff that isn't working properly. That really needed to be fixed. Really need to be fixed. So, model errors on initial final submission. And here's all those ones they included as well. Revision process. Here we go. After I created the revision document, Cashjet began working on fixing each issue. A rigger that basically like delivered really horrible work. And it ended up in the artist costing him twice as much to fix it. So, however, every time he addressed one problem, another part of the model would break, which led to an even more issues that needed to be corrected. This cycle of revisions were added to the length of the revision document as new problems emerged with each change. There are so many issues during this process that I found it better to record the entire chat conversation, or there'd be hundreds of screenshots. So let's go take a look here. It looks like they're just talking about the mouth form. A lot of, well, let's look at a little bit of this. I might not, I don't think we'll watch the whole thing, but you can at least see that they're talking about here's a mouth form. I don't know. I don't want to see that, but hide steps look better. Thank you for that. Also, the mouth forms just still look weird. Giving this. This looks weird. I'm not sure how to explain. Gives them like a chart. You want the full cat mouth? Yes. Did that get miscommunicated? So I mean, because they're the artists as well, they can literally be like, look, here it is, you know? I hope the model wasn't AI. You can see here, there's just a lot of back and forth about specifics that really a rigger should already know how to do, right? Like, it's clearly very frustrating, right? We're talking about how they had to do additional clipping. There's a light below this too. Like here you had it right, right. Like this time you had it right. Now you have it wrong. Like you can clearly see the pattern of this person just not getting it right. So throughout the process, I did my best to remain patient. But over time, I became increasingly distressed. Unfortunately, I started to accept the situation out of exhaustion. Looking back now, my biggest regret is not standing up for myself sooner and letting complacency take over. Yeah. In the end, I accepted the model because I was mentally drained and I didn't want to deal with this situation any longer. I feel so bad because they clearly just, yeah, I can understand wanting to accept it, but you paid so much money for it, you got to fight for it. So I need to acknowledge that mistake. Most glaring issues in the model were the clipping on the eyelids, the mouth rigging, strange face parameter movements, and broken reflections on the glasses. While the head, body, and hair angles remained mostly unchanged, I was too tired to fully explain the disproportionate angles of the face from certain perspectives. The model's physics, but mostly unnoticed by the public and less experienced rigging artists, also remained unchanged. I mean, it's you paid for it, right? You should get what you want. Looking back, I truly believe this artist should have declined the commission outright, but wasn't capable of delivering quality work, or at least being honest with me about his limitations. If the model was too complex or out of his comfort, he should have communicated that. Instead, I felt like I was treated as nothing more than a source of income. I felt as though my project was rushed, and I can't understand how any artist, especially one with a reputation, could consider his scuff result acceptable to turn in. I mean, I do agree with that, right? No, this person has done some prior work, right? Like you can see, this was by the same person, so they've done some good quality work. Like, look at this. You know, I remember this this like popped up a lot of places. I felt as though the project was rushed, and I can't understand how any artist, especially with a reputation, would consider a scuff result acceptable to turn in. I agree with that. However, the only problem that they had was they didn't, you know, they accepted it and they shouldn't have. So, yeah, they cut corners. On March 15th, I requested my CMO 3 source file for 2 reasons. First, I had the opportunity to work with an anonymous company that offered me the option to retain my intellectual property and re-rig the model for their platform. That's good. But more importantly, I didn't want to work with this rigging artist again. I realized if I needed any lifecycle updates or new features for my model in the future, I'd be stuck going through the same frustrating process with the same scuff result. After investing nearly $1,600 in this model, I just wanted it fixed by a professional who knew what they were doing without having to deal with another round of careless and inattentive work. We agreed to release the model for $500. I mean, I feel like you shouldn't have to do that considering it was broken. Later that month, I hired another artist for an additional $100 to fix remaining issues. I could finally debut my model the following month. Thankfully, the new artist's work helped fix some of the issues wrong with my model. The mouse shapes, glasses, clipping issues, etc. Recently, another rigging artist took a look at my files and found out that the issues my model had doesn't stop there. The model was initially exported at the highest resolution, making it incredibly hard to run even on a high-end PC. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. So you'd have to be careful with how you export it because you can literally break VTube Studio. The other issue was just as bad. The hips on my model aren't connected at all. So creating future outfits on my model would require the legs to be re-rigged entirely. Meaning that if I ever want to update my model to 2.0, or even do a 1.5, I would have to pay upwards of $300 for adjustments. Wow. These circumstances leave me feeling incredibly upset and disappointed. I wish I stood up for my model from the start, fought harder for the quality deserved, and demanded the level of craftsmanship I paid for. I really hope the rigger will go back and like make this right, because this ain't right. My art deserved better, and it's disheartening that I didn't get the care and attention it needed. I can't help but feel that my model and my time have been unfairly treated, and that the situation hasn't been given the justice it deserves. A VTuber model is an extension of themselves. Very true, not just a digital asset. They deserve to be treated with respect, care, and attention to detail. When a model's rush or poorly executed, it doesn't just affect the final product, but also impacts the VTubers who rely on it to connect with the audience. My model deserves better than what I received, and the frustration not having it reflect my vision is something that still weighs heavily on me every day. If a rigging artist is unable to fulfill quality work, whether it be because of the complexity or illustration, or because of their inexperience, they should be upfront about their skills. I agree. I believe that this situation where my rigging artist should have refused a commission. Instead, he did what I later found out he did to the other clients, accepted the work, took my money, rushed the rigging to take a month at most, only others weeks, and then maybe a finished product that was not up to quality. So there's not just this person, right? Apparently there's other people as well. What's up, Gallows? Other client experiences. I wish I could say my experience was isolated. However, this artist had a hard time with my commission, and now I was the only person affected by his work. What happened with his other clients only submitted the fact that it was due to his work ethic and skills. Unfortunately, he continues to do this to other clients. So here are a few experiences that have been shared with me. What's up, Chocolate? How are you? Client number 1, let's play with tape. During the rigging process for my model, I discovered from another client piece a similar situation. The client had paid for the entire model up front and specifically requested that Chat take his time with the model rigging. Despite this, their rigging files were delivered within a week, and much like mine, had numerous issues, which included incorrect rig parameters, wrong layer settings, etc. That's unacceptable, chat. That's just unacceptable. In their videos, their model even displayed similar clipping issues, including the crotch flipping over the leg. The client's model artist, who was familiar with the rigging process, had to step in and communicate the rigging problems directly to Jet. Because the model artist communicated with Jet, he simply told them that it was their fault because he hadn't included references or indicators in the PSD files for those expressions. However, this client or artist insists that they had included all the necessary specifications of the project within the files and within their submission of the commission on BGIM. Jet even tried to charge an additional fee for toggles that he didn't realize were included in the files, despite the client mentioning these toggles and the initial BGIM submission in text thread before the project request was submitted. So they send them all the stuff. They say, hey, do it this way. Here's all the stuff. And they undercharge them. And then they get mad about it and want to, charge them again. It just sounds like you didn't look. Which would also line up with Milk's experience as well. When asked why he rushed to work, he responded by saying he needed to finish the work to get to the next client so he could pay rent. I'm going to be real. I'm sorry, but that's on you, dude. You manage your queue. It's completely unacceptable for an artist to rush a client's commission, specifically to meet personal financial needs. Absolutely. Especially when the client hasn't paid for a rush fee. All it does is give the impression that the artist views the client as nothing more than a wallet, rather than someone deserving of quality work. Clients pay for artist time, skills, and expertise, and rushing this process severely compromises the value of the model and the trust between rigging artists and clients. Had his client not paid everything up front, maybe he would have taken his time rigging your model like she deserved. Yeah, fix him out, but I have to finish the model to go on with other comps. I pretty need money for this run this month. Thing is, I'm not rushing you because I said I had to wait 1 to 2 months, so I thought we were working on other comps anyway. I don't want my model to be rushed. Ultimately, this individual also felt unheard and disregarded by Jet and ended up debuting with this model. They had to contact another rigging artist to identify major issues with how the model was rigged. Example of these issues include clipping on the lips, layer issues, and toggle expression issues. Their own document is attached below, and better details their experience with Jet. Let's go. I want to see. MITS here. No refund. Already finished the model. Okay, so they go. Hello. I hope you're doing well. I know we talked about this a month ago, and since I've had time to think about how things went during the process of my model being rigged, I have to say I'm very uncomfortable with how rushed my model was. So I want to see the issues. Let's see. They're going through their TOS. Here's what they asked specification-wise. Let's look. It's quite a long document. I want to see the rigging issues. At least like on the final product. Okay, I see. The line over my top lip stayed there and was mad at me for calling up. I see the issue is like the lips aren't even clipped properly. Okay, there we go. There we go. So clearly, yeah, I'm not gonna read through this whole document, but you can clearly see, chat, that there's they had issues with not just one artist, but multiple ones. This artist had multiple issues with multiple clients. Even other artists and other riggers are like, yeah, bro, this is fucked. You know? So client 2 redacted. Another client previously worked with Chat shares their experience in the following statement. My overall experience working with Chat was an extremely negative one. I was left not wanting to use my model and discouraged anytime I loaded up BTS. The quality of the work I received was nothing like his posted examples. I had to adjust the physics of my eyes to remove most of the movement. Otherwise, my model only looked down and my eyes changed rapidly in size. So I was left with the model and no ability to be expressive. Again, unacceptable. One pupil was always bigger than the other, which also bothered me. When the eye issues were brought up, to Chat, he tried to blame my tracking and camera location. Wow. No, it's your camera, bro. It's your camera. Like, come on. I had a handful of other models that never had the same issues. At this time, I was dealing with a family member losing their battles with cancer. So between that being newer to VTubing, I didn't have the fight in me to stand up for myself. Anyway, I did try to stand up for anytime I did try to stand up for myself, Ted did his best to blame everything else but his own work. The eyes are the most glaring issue, but the list goes on and on. The model's hair was rigged as one big clump instead of individual strands. The overall movement of my model was stiff. It's not an exaggeration to say this rig hardly has any movement. Almost everything can move left and right. The only thing with any meaningful movement is the chest, and it looks extremely out of place. Since everything else is so stiff, I also had outfit and expression issues. Every time I brought up concerns, he blamed either my art or my tracking, bruh. Yeah, sorry, your eyes are crooked. It's not my fault. But the kicker is I took the same art to another rigger, and now I have a gorgeous bouncy model that is truly animated head to toe. Yeah, basically got to walk away without giving me barely any usable model because I didn't know at the time he was making excuses. I had no intention of speaking up. I was going to let it be water under the bridge, but to learn he is still doing this to clients has led me to speak about my experience. Work he delivers does reflect the example he posts on his socials. I think they meant does not reflect, which lulls clients into a false sense of security. Again, I would believe that seeing rigging like this, right here, seeing rigging like this as well, you're definitely lulled into wanting to work with them because you think the rigging is just fantastic when it's not. So you're getting baited, right? I know numerous clients that had to almost immediately get a new rig because after working with Chat, I think this is his level of work. He needs to be more transparent and no longer agree to projects that are outside of his scope. Biggest issue is taking on projects after project, which is beyond his current level, then rushing and blaming others. I do wish him the best for going forward, and I hope he can see that he has not been brought to light with malice. It's only fair to future clients that he is honest about what he can deliver. I agree with that 100%. And of course, we have another redacted statement here. Let's take a look. Another client commissioned Jet for a full body rig that was delivered with multiple rigging issues. So, guys, how many people is this? 5 people now in total? Each time they requested fixes and adjustments to the new model, new problems emerged in the rigging files. Sounds like milk. The client's breaking point came when they paid full price for an outfit rig, only received a finalized model file where half the toggles didn't work with the model. When the client asked for a fix or refund, Get refused to provide either, forcing the client to accept an unusable model. Since the rig wasn't usable, the client had to disregard the rigging files and hire another artist who completed the rig without any problems. So here's a summary. In a few common sentiments among everybody. So many clients feel they have to fight for him to listen or enact necessary changes in the commission, leaving them feeling unheard, disregarded, and emotionally exhausted. This feedback usually includes matters revolving around technical flaws, like rigging issues. However, many clients share they need to flex the blame onto the client or artist model files, tracking setup and references, and refusing to take accountability for these issues. Yeah, I love how Milk was an artist, and he didn't even try to do that to them, but the second that they're not an artist, he just like goes on with his bait and tries to deflect. This is a rigger who is known as Cuzjet. Multiple people have had some problems with them. Another common theme among the clients is they feel their models were rushed by the rigging artists. Many models were quickly delivered within weeks, but suffered from quality issues like clipping, stiff physics toggles, incorrect rigging, parameters, etc. We saw a lot of this already, right, chap? In other words, it seems like there is an issue with quality control, professionalism, work ethic, and consistency across commissions when compared to the examples like this one shown in their portfolio. It also seems a lot of the failed models never make it to the portfolio. Yeah, what a surprise. Lastly, one of the most severe commonalities is that a majority of his clients have had to seek out other rigging artists to fix those initial issues or pay for a secondary rig. These clients have had to pay additional costs because the delivered model was either unusable or did not meet the standards showcased by Chat in their portfolio. These models often become unusable assets, causing professional and personal disruptions that lead some clients to abandon use of the model, will postpone their debut plans or seek rigging replacements. So, final statement, as I mentioned in the beginning, the purpose of this document is not to encourage hate towards this rigging artist, but to share my personal experiences and inform others about the quality of this work. While I understand he has many beautiful models in his portfolio, and that he has produced capable work, I've noticed a consistent pattern where he rushes timelines or cramps multiple projects at once, which results in really bad quality that he delivers to multiple clients. Whether he does this out of financial necessity or any other reason isn't the point. My concern is that when people pay for his services, they deserve high quality work for their models, not rush and receive subpar results. Every client should feel confident, satisfied with a model that is free of clipping issues or flaws that detract from the model's artistry. Clearly, he hasn't realized the full extent of how his work ethic impacted clients, nor does he seem to prioritize the quality of his work or the happiness of his clients. If he did, there wouldn't continue to be individuals who can continue sharing similar instances to this day. Instead, he continues to rush through projects, delivering work that often comes with significant rigging issues. There's no constant or consistent standard of quality in his work, and as an artist charging premium prices for his models. That is unacceptable. I agree with you, Milk. No one should pay high rates only to receive scuffed and broken results. Hope that by bringing these issues to light, others can make informed decisions on who they are commissioning, and that this artist can take the necessary steps to improve the quality and care of his work. Moving forward, I wish Cuzjet the best in his endeavors, and trust that his future clients are able to receive the quality, time, and respect they deserve from him. Thank you for taking the time to read and consider my experience, albeit though long. So, again, a lot of people are just stepping up, being like, "I'm so sorry this happened to you. Happened to one of my friends who commissioned me for a model, went to him for rigging." So this isn't just an isolated incident, chat. You can see this has happened multiple times across multiple people. So, take of this what you will. Maybe you don't want to work for this person because of these past experiences. I'm not going to tell you how to feel, but you can clearly see this person is not able to deliver quality work consistently, which is quite sad. Quite sad. So, yeah, it feels like it's just using clients as wallets. And I know people have like personal stuff, but at the same time, like, why are you rushing? And people are asking not to rush, and I understand you got to pay, for your bills and stuff, but that's not a client's problem, right? Like, they're there to commission you for work. They're expecting you to deliver. That's it. Your personal finances have nothing to do with that.
And the story of tracing are to cautionary tales of what you should look out for if you have to jump through odd hoops just to get a model.
And you should never actually have to jump through crazy hoops to get a model, chat. You really shouldn't. People should be professional up front, and it will tell you what is actually going on, right? So sadly, people are just put in these horrible situations and binds, and I feel just really awful for everybody involved. I really, really do. So I'm wishing them all the best. It's sad. It's sad, chat. It sucks. most of you have a reputation of doing better quality, people would be more willing to pay more. Sure, exactly. Like, if you're delivering better work, dude, I'm gonna want to pay more. So like, just do that, you know, like. But instead, you drop the ball, and you're left where you're at, and that's it. So I really wish everybody gets their money back, or at least like a fix, or something out of the situation. It just it's bad all around. It's bad all around. So, all right, my loves, I think that's all I got for you today. What a big show today, though. We had a pretty big show today. I feel like we covered a lot. So, thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you all. As always, this was very, very fun to chat about and cover with all of you. So, absolute circus today. Absolute circus. So, tomorrow, chat, we will be, of course, doing memes. Yeah, we're going to be doing memes. So, I think I got to get Death Battle lined up for you and a bunch of other stuff. So, it's going to be great. So, thank you guys so much for chatting with me, having an adult conversation. Always appreciate that. YouTube, thanks for tuning in, guys. Bye. Have a great rest of your day. Twitter, thank you for tuning in. And guys, just a reminder.